27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought...
What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Content back with another live show for you guys. I think today is going to be cool. Last week, I think was the first day where I did an open mic, and I thought it went really well. So I'm going to throw the link in, and we're going to talk about whatever. Now, I do have some stuff in mind. I've seen a couple movies. I've seen a movie, You People, with Eddie Murphy and what is his name? I forgot his name, but Nia Long. So I'll do a quick review on that. My wife and I, she had me watch another movie. It's another movie. It'll come to me. I'll do a review for that. But mainly, guys, I just want to talk about whatever. I want to recap some stuff on the channel. Guys, I got to talk about the Wrestling League. If you guys are missing out, I created last week a Wrestling League. I'm a big wrestling fan, and I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I'm loving the way things are going. We're having, like, great promos and trash talk to each other. We have people who don't even play the game doing really well. It's just really, really fun. And I'm very, very excited about what I created because I hosted a wrestling league in regular world for about 15 years every Sunday. And rain, sleet, snow. Actually crashed my car in the snow one year because it was a snowstorm. And it was my turn to go and pick. Actually, it wasn't my turn to pick everybody up. It was my brother's turn to pick everybody up. He didn't want to go pick everybody up. And I said it. If it's snowing, I'm not driving. I end up driving, and what do you know? Close to home, went off the road, smashed to a telephone pole, smashed the front of my car, and I end up getting a body kit when that happened. But anyway, yeah, so today I'm looking forward to just kind of chatting with you guys about anything that's on your mind. I know Mr. World's in the building, so trust me, he's going to bring up some cool stuff about cooking or food or something crazy, but today is definitely the day to do it. I'll throw the link out there. Any of you guys could click on the link and come on the panel with me, and we could chat. You don't have to show your face. You could just have an avatar up or whatever. So make you guys feel comfortable. And also, if you're new to the channel, I am the Cowboy King of Content. What does that mean? Well, there's 4 pillars to this channel. There's podcasts, like I'm doing right now. There's gaming, like the wrestling thing yesterday. There are reviews. Guys, I do movie reviews, I do product reviews, I do some movie reviews today live. And then there is also vlogging. So you guys get to see my actual life. You see me interacting with my family, birthdays, Christmas, you name it. It's all on this channel, even my honeymoon in Mexico. So with that being said, I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you guys grab a chair. And we're going to get the show started. All right, so let me see. First things first, I like to go to the comments before I officially start the show. So let me put on my glasses and get a little bit of extra clarity, and let's do it. So first things first, Mr. Urban World is in the building. You know, I like to give you guys the sound off. He said, breaking news, Cowboy is slowly having a change of heart about the PSVR 2. I got the hiccups. Sanchez in the building. Say, yo, mister. Mister said, how did you know I was here? And Josh Warren is in the building. Another open mic. Where is FCAT? Yeah, right? Let me see. Sanchez said, I'm a spy, remember? Hoults is in the building, guys. He said, Mr. Urban World for day 1 PSVR 2. Mr. Urban World, VR, yeah, we getting into it. You know, whatever. Probably not. But, guys, let's give it up for Hoults. Yesterday on the Wrestling League, Hoults became the very first double champ. He is now the current and reigning AWL United States champion, as well as the current reigning AWL Universal World Champion. The first person to hold two titles at the same time. Guys, give it up for none other than my guy, your guy, the accent guy. All right, cut it, because I'm going to beat the hell out of Hoults and get my belt back. Now, let me see. Mr. Orwell said, Josh Warren, he's broadcasting on Twitch. See, if you were on Discord, you'll know. Huh? Didn't know that myself, and I'm on Discord. But no, you just wanted to post a FIFA video, a FIFA VR video, then leave. Josh said, Mr. Overall, lots of group chats on a multitude of platforms, my guy. Yeah, Josh is on everything. Mr. Overall said, we needed you there, Josh, when things got rough. I'm so disappointed. He said, no surprise, Cowboys only drive horses in the snow. This is true, see? If I was on a horse, I'd have been good. He said, Josh Warren, you didn't even come when I played the PlayStation 5 with Cowboy and everyone yesterday. This is true. Urban jumped in. Mr. Urban, what toughness is happening in a chat, in a group chat about sharing content? And yo, what's going on? Got to give a shout out. Henny's in the building. Channel is growing awesome. Thank you very much. I'm doing what I can because I'm doing what I love. This is what I love, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Mr. Urban said, Josh Warren, oh, trust me, it gets crazy in there. He is right. Mr. Urban click the link, and I'll join the show with you. Let's go. So far, 2 people left Discord because of me, and 1 or maybe 2 because of Cowboy. LOL. Let me see. Ron is in the building. Amazon. Ron said, why you got on those tight pants? I don't think my pants are that tight. But I don't like baggy pants when I was like a teenager. 7 people watching and only 2 likes. Get the likes up. Guys, I'm very bad at this. I always say it. Get those likes up, as Josh said. YouTube likes it. I like it. I'm stealing that from my guy Clive. I think he used to say, I like it, YouTube like it. But it's real, though. If you guys like the videos, YouTube is sending this out. And so more people could join in. We can have some bigger conversations with more people. That's part of the channel. Let me see. So thank you very much, Josh. Big up to Hoults. Yeah, man. Got to give Hoults some credit. Sounds like Hoults need an epic intro now. For real. Oh, Rudigs is in the building. Got to give him a sound off. Oh, man. The Rudigs is in the building and the smoke detectors don't work. Burning up all these in my path. The leader of the Great North, Captain Canada, is in the building. Levi Ron is in the house. Levi Jeans Ron. So question, do you prefer leader or, do you prefer leaded or unleaded in pumping gas? So I just get regular, right? I don't put anything special in this. First of all, it's not my car. I'm just leasing it. And it's not a high performance car. It's just a 2020 Kia Rio, the base model. So I think I'm good. All right, guys, so with that being said, I got through everything. You guys know it's 3 things I like to say, and we're going to need number 2 for today. But number 1 is this live show we're doing right here. This podcast is going to be epic. I'm just saying. Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And number 2, guys, we're going to get into it. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. People, please don't get your feelings hurt, because you know me. I'm not here to babysit grown men feelings. I'm just here to laugh and joke with all of you guys. So with that being said, do me one favor, one small favor.
Man the fuck up.
Because I'm not here to babysit grown men feelings. Now, before I play the epic intro, let me make sure. I think I seen, let's see. Let me see. Didn't they remove lead from gas? Let me see. Not in the U.S. All right, so with that being said, guys, I'm going to play the epic intro. You know me, guys. I like to say I live my life epic. So I'm going to drop this intro on you. After the intro, I'm going to throw the hook, line, and sinker out. I'm going to want to see how many of you guys are going to jump on the panel with me, and we're going to get it in with today's open mic. So with that being said, let's go.
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!
The cowboy is in the building. Let's go. All right, guys, let me throw this link. Any of you guys could jump in, like I said, and let's get chatting, man. You guys are already chatting it up already, and I love it. In the comments, feel free to just chat in the comments if you like, or join the show. Join the show. Let's see. Back it up. All right, there we go. Bam. All right, let me see. Somebody is commenting on my my most popular video, which is my Ethernet cable video. So I was just writing back to him. That video is I think it has like 84,000 views. 83,000 views. My mistake. All right, so let's see what you guys are talking about. Let me see. Ron said I don't have a car. Rudik said I'll subscribe and retweet this show. Thank you, man. I have a limo driver. My man Ron, big bucks. Rudik's curious what you think about the Last of Us HBO show, especially since you played the game multiple times. Good stuff. I think Ru is just playing it for the first time now. Ron is Shang Tsung of the community. Yeah, Ron changes into everybody. He transforms daily. Ron put up the squares. Said, I haven't watched it yet. I want to get past Bill's part tonight and watch the first 3 episodes. That's the advice I got. Oh, that's cool. You know what's cool is the game is so story driven. One or the other. You either going to watch the show first and know what happens in the game, or you're going to watch the game first and know what happens in the show. Now they're going to twist little stuff, but I think you could watch either one first, to be honest with you. I am not Peter Cottontail. Ha! I ain't going to touch that. There you go, guys. If you want to join, there is a link. I'd say you're Roger the Rabbit, Ron. Let's see. So copy. Yo, Hitbox Rose is in the building. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate that, Hitbox Rose. But guys, right now, I get the honor, the privilege to introduce to you the AWL first and only current double champion. Give it up. Stand up on your feet for none other than the USA champion and also the Universal World Champion. He is the all-purpose champion, Wrestling League champion. Let's go for not just my guy, not just your guy, but he's the accent guy. Hoults is in the building.
Well, no cameras today, guys, but you know what? You can still call me champ no matter what. You know what I mean? It's the voice of reason. We all know that when I tune in, it doesn't matter if the cowboy knows it, his mama knows it, his chat knows it. I am the champ of champs on the all-purpose champs. Now your mother knows streams, double champion. Can't take that away from me. We all know that, guys. So let's just take it down a little peg, and you know it is what it is. So,
you know what, Hoults? I'm not gonna be lying, okay? Lion's trying to steal your thunder. I'm gonna bow to you. I told everybody you already done put out a bunch of clips of you winning, and all right, bro, it's your day. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Do you know what, guys? I'm saying this to the scores. What makes me actually really happy is your reactions, because you're such great people that without yous, I wouldn't have joined this this clip. And I showed my twin the other day, and he just went, "Isn't that cowboy just a funny person?" That when I threw it over the ropes, all we could say was the personality in the stream. And I went, well, I don't really play online games. But having you guys like Loco and This Is Lion, well, Lion and, Cowboy and stuff like that, made me enjoy coming back. And in all this back and forth, like slick talking and humor, makes me want to be, because like I've not been a wrestler in a wrestling game for about like over a decade now. But having you guys, like when tuning into Obi Rose's stream or your stream, I'm just being, captivated by your presences that made me go back. So when you look at the stream and it's like, Hoults, you became this, I was really happy, because I was like, I didn't know I could win, but thank you. I just thought it was amazing just being in such a sort of loving, I wouldn't say community, but a loving sort of stream of having just a great banter with people where we can sort of, like I said, no one takes offense.
You know the thing is, Hoults, I'm telling you, man, I wanted to do this so long ago. This is what my vision was, and I wanted because it was a larger community. Like you just said, you had to stop and say, okay, not community, but just imagine if this game came last year, right when the Stadia community was still thick. It would have been so crazy. Ray would have been in it.
You said it the other day, our Discord, and the banter between everyone else just makes me laugh. And I'm replying back with all this, like, and people are like, how did, and I'm like, this is what I miss about wrestling, because I had that in my family and I sort of grew out of wrestling, because the transition between sort of the channels over the decades or so, but then seeing you guys like being passionate about it reignited my passion. That I've actually sent my video clips to my brother, by saying you need to come back, because how can you have your older brother smack talk all this championship, and he's like, I'm definitely going to get in. I'm like, well, you need to. And then Rude Diggs in the chat's like, I'm going to take Holtz's bring it all. We're not scared. The more the merrier. That's what we need.
Hoults was the only person with the balls big enough to say, bring on people from outside the league. Me and Jose, we was like, whoa, calm down.
I've seen people in chat like said, Hoults, we need foot pictures. I'll give you foot pictures with my size 10 boot. Bow, bow, bow. That's what we need.
Guys, when did you get this side of Hoults before? Woo, let's go. You know what's cool, Hoults? The coolest thing about it is somebody can say I'm a wrestling fan, not a wrestling fan. Somebody can say I used to be a wrestling fan. What's cool is this wrestling league has nothing to do with regular wrestling. We're creating our own memories and personalities as if it started, like as if we built the wrestling from day one. Now, there's characters we're going to use, right? But we don't say like, oh, that person's better than that person. We're just like, choose anybody you want, make your own destiny, and have fun. And
that's what I feel like. Totally, it's definitely defined and created by fun. It is that's the initial part. And
oh man,
if you tune in, we're laughing and joking. I mean, I sometimes mute my microphone because I'm drinking some Pepsi or something, but I'm constantly laughing from start to finish. And I'm like when people go, get this person double team or get him off the ropes and it was a mistake, or like, come on, come here, cowboy, I'm just going to take you over here. Take that. Or when you reverse it and you go, I'll show you.
Yeah. And when you toss me over the top rope to make sure.
I've got stitches from start to finish, like to say, it's just, It really is
it's great.
experience.
Let me read Urban's question. He said, if you could live to any age, what would it be? And if you could be born in any year, what would it be? That's interesting. So the other day, Red Giraffe asked, if you could go in time, would you go in the past or go in the future? I personally said I would go in the future. So the last part of your question is, if you could be born in any year. I almost would wonder what the future is going to be like. So maybe I would want to be born, I don't know, in like, 30, 40 or something, you know?
Well, I used to be concerned about the future. I mean, I used to love the future, but now I'm concerned. Now I go to my shopping marts and stuff like that, and I realise that there's loads of self-checkout tills, there's loads of AI, there's loads of this, that I feel like in the future I could be replaced easily. So I was watching like a movie the other day. I was watching Prey, the Predator movie.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, what would it be like being in an open terrain with fresh air, and you had the skills to be like, you fish and hunt and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, maybe going back in the simplicity days would be more rewarding, the love of a good person, woman, whatever, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, feeding to survive, then instead of me actually Uber Eats, being gluttony and stuff like that. And I thought, like, what could the future offer me? And I'm always thinking to myself, like, in the future, maybe I want VR, but then maybe I'll just be sitting in a big, huge suit with VR glasses, and I wouldn't leave my house. And to me, now I'm starting to realise the dangers of sci-fi technology. Unless we actually become more like Star Trek, where your reward is to be status than anything else. So unless we achieve that, I don't really want to go in the future. I'd rather rewind back to the days where I was just no one knew each other, and that was it.
He said Hoults winning wrestling championships twice was scripted. Hoults, they think it's a work. He said, be careful what is war torn in the year. I mean, I won't know the year 3000. Sanchez said Hoults winning wrestling championships twice was scripted. and look, let me talk about 3 words for you: New Jersey screw job. Hey, listen, this is what Hobie wants to remind you, Hoults. Even though I'm giving you credit, Hoults, but remember, I was the very first Universal World Champion, so you can't take that from me.
No, I'm not going to take that away. But have been double champ means something. That I love Lion's response to Hoults. I've got 2 words for you. He went, Hoults, congratulations. You're the champ, but number 2, you're the champ. We're coming for you. And I was like, oof, sassy talk. And I loved it. I loved the idea that it was a compliment with a threat. And I was like, and if you join our Discord and stuff like that, you can see the humour. I mean, we should prioritise it in the wrestling, but you have to realise that the humour is there. And we pay respect to everyone that's won, that came before us, like vets and stuff like that. But you know what? You're going to run your mouth. You better walk the walk and talk the talk, because we're not going to have it. That's it.
Because this is what I deal with, guys. Hold on. Go ahead, Sierra.
If you get this app Temu, you can win $20 on PayPal. Hold on. Let me turn down brightness.
I'm sure they believe you.
No. $20, $20 real dollars for playing a couple games. Everybody.
And Cowboy, do you know if you type in double champ, you get extra money?
All right, well, see you. You know what? We're never gonna live. The host's never gonna let us live this down. You know, host, just so you know, you took my belt, okay? That was my belt. Now, the other belt was technically Vet's, but he didn't show up, so he got stripped. All right? So, just so you guys know, we got some rules. So, the new rule is, if you win, you could keep the belt. But next week, when the start of the show, or at least by the time we put the belt up, you got to be there to defend it, or you'll get stripped, and we'll just put it up. Another cool thing is, if you win the belt, you have the choice to say, I want a one-on-one. So that means you guys got to figure out how to get a number one contender, and I'll fight in a one-on-one, or we could do a multi-man match, right? So it's kind of cool, man. We're growing it as we're evolving together, and I truly love wrestling because of the banter and stuff. And like I said, this has nothing to do with TV. This is our own thing. We cutting our own promos, and you guys seeing a side of Hoults that's different. I feel like the Firebird is coming back.
I mean, to me, it's like, you know, I've not been here like 10, 15 years. I mean, to me, I was like D-Generation X, Rikishi,
right.
And, you know, stuff like that. I'm talking about like back in the day where, you know, putting a Bronco Buster or a big fat ass in people's view, you know, that special move was humorous. And back in the day, that when we were playing with my brothers and friends and stuff like that, the glory was to showcase and brag. It was never about climbing a ladder, getting a belt. It was about jumping up, then going side-eye bomb on Cowboy. I didn't care if I got the belt. I just wanted to keep on rubbing it in. And then out of nowhere, someone just hit me with that freaking chair, and that was it. And I just loved that sort of banter and humour. So I can't believe in my mind. I mean, I know friends grow apart and stuff like that, and media changes. And I can't believe that now in my mindset, we're going back to like that whole having friends on a multi-tap with SmackDown. And,
man,
just
that's what it feels like.
And I know we can't use creative characters, but to me now, I'm falling in love with these characters now that I don't really know John Cena, I don't know Brock Lesnar coming back in. My days were like Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now,
well, you know, it's cool.
It's making me want to sort of keep on going forward.
What I was going to say is, so the next game, like you said, you're going to get it, then we're all going to be playing offline, right? We're going to be like unlocking characters. We're going to, it's going to be cool, man. We're going to actually, like when Obi keeps talking about Tekken, right? Well, Tekken 8 isn't coming out for like, I don't know, probably not even this year. So for me, I'm like, it's like you said, Host, you was like, it's really no point for you to really practice now because the next game is right around the corner. But when the next game comes, which is just next month, we're going to be all enthusiastic.
To me, it's like, it goes back to what I said. If I play WWE, you know, 2022, for example, I'll become fatigued. I'll become bored. Where if I jump the same hype as you guys, I know I want to play the story. I know I want to unlock stuff. I want to unlock achievements. And the same one I said to Rose and stuff like that. I've already pre-ordered Street Fighter. I've already pre-ordered the next fighters because I want to jump into the next round. Of games. I don't want where we've all known we've played it for like 4 or 5 years. I want to jump in fresh.
That's what I was trying to tell Rose. Rose is like, bro, you need to practice now for Tekken 8. I'm like, dude, Tekken 8 been out for like 100 years. Like, I was super into it day one. Like, I know you're getting into it now or 2 years ago, but I'm Tekkened out. Like, when Tekken 8 come out, day one, I'll get it day one, and I'm gonna have that fire, right? So it's like right now we're having this fire because we're doing a wrestling league, but the bigger picture, and I hope a lot of people do get the newer one, but that's the bigger picture, right? This is like us having fun, starting a league, but now we know it's coming out just next month, so you know it's gonna be cool.
6 weeks it is from this, and what we're trying to say is we're trying to get the kinks out now. So when we all become a default PlayStation 5 users or whatever and stuff like that, or cross-platform on Gen, we're gonna hit the ground running. Where at the moment we've hit a kink of like cloud and PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. That this is the only way to sort of get the majority on board. But we're, you know, as we keep on saying, that we're all there going forward, and that is where Lion said, you said, I said. There's a lot of people now that are saying we're definitely going to get it because you use it.
I mean, and it's going to be streamlined. So what Hoults is saying is, it's not, if you watch the stream sometimes, you're probably like, how long it takes you to get a match? Because it's not as easy. Because people could play on PlayStation 4, on an actual PlayStation 4, they could play on a PlayStation 5, they could play on cloud. However, they all have to have the PlayStation 4 version, but because you're playing on a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4s, it's just a kind of a headache to do it. But we've been managing it pretty well. But guys, let me bring in right now the guy who was just streaming, as I heard. That is in the building. I heard you was over there on Twitch, man, getting your stream on. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Chilling.
Okay. Came in all quiet and calm. So, Hoults, don't go nowhere yet, Hoults. Because
no, I just realised because it's not detecting the camera, of course, stuff like that.
Okay.
I just like, why not just mute the camera?
Well, let me say this. Vet is in the building. Vet, I just want you to know, You got stripped for the United States Championship that you won last week, and Hoults is so we did a match for it, but the computer won. So the way we do it is, if the computer wins, then the belt doesn't change hands, right? So it's kind of like you could be slick if you're a person with the belt, and you could try to let the computer win, even if you get put out, right? So Vet, because you wasn't here, Hoults is now the new United States champion, and Hoults is also the first ever double champ because he also holds the Universal World Champion.
And well, I mean, I'm not going to gloat. It wasn't just a 4-man, 3-man fight. It was an 8-man fight. So Vet won it last week because it was warming muscles, and that's what I had to do. I was just warming me stride, and then now the muscles are pumped, and that's how you all felt. And even if Vet tried to come back, I would love him to try and come back, but it won't happen.
Listen, Hoults is on fire right now, and I'm not even gonna say nothing, man. All I know is I'm getting my belt back, Hoults, and if I have to pry it off your cold, dead hands,
that's what I like. That's what I like about you guys. Actions speak louder than words, and Vet's put it in chat. Where was he? Come on, Vet. Come on, Vet.
Nowhere to be
I
found.
should call you my pet. My pet. I'm going to drop you, put you on a leash with the belt. Come on, Vet. Carry me belt, mate. That's what's going to happen.
Man. So let me do this. Guys, this is cool, man. Hoults, you got me like so into this because I love the trash talk. I love the fun. And the thing is, it's unpredictable, right? Like you don't know who's gonna win. It's pretty cool. Let me see. I'm looking.
Well, I was laughing in the Discord with Lion. I was like, Lion, do you know what? When I take that belt off you, it won't be Pride Rock, it's Shame Rock. And I was just laughing my head.
Well, we gotta give Lion some credit though. He did say it. He won it in a ladder match. So that's his claim to fame. That he's saying a ladder match is harder and longer. And
do you know what? Do you know why fight actually give all? I mean, I don't understand how you challenge my fight and stuff like that. Yeah. But Blitz, he was counting everything. I was like, why won't you go down? And I was like, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he was countering like crazy. Yeah, man. So guys, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna switch the topic. I just want to review you people. Quick review. It won't take long at all. So let me just switch this up real quick because I want to get this out there. And let's get it.
Topic switch.
All right. So, guys, real quick. So, you people has Eddie Murphy in it. Nia Long's in it. What is his name? I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. Long story short, and it even got Mulder in it from X-Files, right? His name is going to come to me. But anyway, it's a comedy, and it's about Eddie Murphy and his wife has a daughter, and his daughter meets man, it's killing me because I don't remember his name. But anyway, one of you guys might say it in the chat. But anyway, they meet up, they fall in love, they plan on getting married, and both of their families are crazy. Her family is crazy, his family is crazy. Now, mind you, he's white and she's black, and so that's the whole crazy dynamic of it. So the story I thought was good. It was a decent comedy for Netflix, and so story was decent, right? It's funny, you'll laugh. My expectations, my wife wanted to watch it. I didn't really care so much. I think it met my expectation. It didn't exceed my expectations, and it wasn't underwhelming. It was like, you know what? There's a Netflix comedy, got Eddie Murphy in there. Oh, Jonah Hill was in there. That's the I'm thinking of. It was good. When I get to the entertainment, listen, it was funny. And I think the beauty of it is my wife's white. I'm black. I love that they're doing a lot of mixed stuff, a lot of mixed racial stuff. I always said that racism is stupid. It's crazy. And I always felt the answer to racism was mixed kids. So I'm loving that there's a lot of, like, even The Last of Us, right? They chose to make Joel's daughter mixed, right? It's interesting where what they're doing in Hollywood and all around the world, and I think I like it. So I thought it was a cool thing showing that two different cultures could be very different, but it could come together beautifully. So personally, I think the movie was okay. Didn't blow you off your feet or anything. I'm going to give it a 6 because I thought everything was good, but it just wasn't great. It was just a decent Netflix comedy, but it was good to see Eddie Murphy still acting. So that was pretty cool. So I give it a 6. So that was you people. Guys, go check it out. But right now, I'm going to bring back in some people, but I want to give one person a chance to speak his mind. So guys, coming in right now is the former United States champion of the AWL, none other than Vet Rage Jamin.
What's going on? Hold on, let me change this shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Vet. Vet, so you got this guy Hoults running his mouth, talking about he got your chance.
Who? What was his name? It doesn't matter
Hoults.
what his name was. It doesn't matter what his name is. Look, the next time we're in a match, he's just gonna tap out. It doesn't matter. He's lucky we weren't in a match right now because I would have smacked the shit out of him. Woo!
Hey, listen, man.
You see this background? That's Attitude Era. That's the era I grew up in.
Oh, well, he's the. You know what? You know what?
He is. It doesn't matter.
He's the. Listen, you couldn't show when he took that title, man. And not only that, he took the big belt.
He cheated. That's what it is.
Well, Sanchez did say it must be scripted.
I mean, it doesn't matter. What was it? What fake ass belt did he win? He's gonna lose my belt. He's gonna lose.
Look, you know what? You know what, Vet? Don't say it to me, but how about you say it to him himself? It's none other than Hoults, the USA.
Do you know what, guys? Do you know what, Vet? You sound like Cowboy. I won a belt once. I had it for a few seconds. I never just won it once. I won twice. Double champion. I've got a left hip for Cowboy. Tuck your belt. I've got a right hip for friggin' Vet. Poof. Hit. And I'll actually hit anyone else in chat that wants to bring it.
You know what?
I'm going for everyone's belt. Every body part, you're going to take it, and I'm going to end up with everything.
This is Vet's fault. You didn't show up, and look what you created. Look what you created. Anyone but the last two matches back to back. Hoults was on fire.
And you know what? I was tired. I was fatigued. My poor wrist. I just came off Forspoken. I was very emotional with the story, and I got brought in that I had to just bring the beast. I was throwing you around like roar, roar. I was like the Hulk. I knocked you out 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And now you're trying to come back. Like, if I was there.
It's not even a matter of me coming back. It's a matter of the next match. It doesn't even matter. It's going to be 1, 2, 3.
And I said to Cowboy, I'm not a matchmaker. I don't know how this is going to go going forward. I don't know who can challenge who. I'm not a wrestling fan where I understand the logistics.
Right.
But if people in chat want Vet to come back next week with Cowboy... Bring it. And if Ryan wants to jump in,
let me tell you something, Hoults. See, you got a lot of smack talk. If you guys want to see the Cowboy and the Vet, we could do a tag team match, and you grab a partner of your choosing and see me and Vet. How about that, Hoults? Because you run your mouth.
I wasn't running my mouth. Cowboy in chat in Discord went, "You and Lion against me." Handicap, and I was like,
I did say that, but now Vet's here.
If that's what the people, Vet's here.
I see. Vet's here now.
Hiding behind him, are you, Cowboy?
I mean, look, I'm the anomaly. I'm that anomaly. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Well, listen, we might need
a
rep.
What, right? Do you know what? Why I'm not scared? Why I'm not scared of Vet? I'll pull his hat down over his eyes and I'll switch in music and right to his chin. He wouldn't even know what happened.
Woo! My man Hoults. You know what, Hoults? I love it, man. But you're gonna give me that damn belt back.
I'm gonna take them both back. It's gonna be just like the bloodline, except I'm gonna put a stomp a Texas mud stomp in the bloodline.
I was saying in Discord. I was saying the people want to know. I understand Twitter and YouTube. They want to see me being the unified champion, and if they vote for it, everything goes on the line, and I'll show you I could be a unified legacy in the making.
Dude,
hey, Anthony, what we need here is a simple thing. And it's called bring me the European belt, because I'm going to show you exactly how a European champion should act. I'm going to bring that prestige to it.
I mean, I was saying in Obi Rose's chat. I said to him before this show with Now Your Mother Knows stream, I'm going to put my British Bulldog spandex on, and that's what I done. I got into my tight spandex. It might have looked out a bit of shape.
Hold up.
I brought the British.
I think this is for you. Ellis said you can't be the champ unless you beat the champ. So, I don't know. That could be. Wait. That could be for you, host, because technically you didn't beat Vet. Vet couldn't show up. So didn't you take his belt? Was it Cowboy? But Cowboy, whose belt? Whose was Vet's belt? I'm sure you. No, Vet belt is the USA belt. That's the last belt you won. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't beat me. That was rigged.
Listen here, we put it all over. We put it all over video. Vet cops out. That's what we do.
Yeah, we waited for him. Yeah, Vet was terrified.
My ass.
He said, "Host did it for the crown and the country." Yeah. I love it, man. And then, let me say this. I did mix something up. So thanks. Josh said it was Jonah Hill, and he said he think the dynamic in the movie was Jewish and Muslim, and he's right. So Jonah Hill's family was Jewish, and the girl at Eddie Murphy family was Muslim. So that was the whole dynamic. But she was black and he was white. But yeah, good point though.
And we've said in the Discord, I don't care if it's sort of guest refs coming in, like past champions.
Well, I told you, guest enforcer, bro. Don't let me guess him.
What's that match called where you're all around the ring and I can throw sort of people out the ring and you sort of beat them up just for sake of beating them up?
So you could do a hardcore match, right? We could do an Extreme Rules match.
Talking, oh god.
No, I'm trying to say you're all outside the ring. And
I know. I can't think.
Yeah. Well. So wait, are you saying where we could pin?
So say me and Vet was playing in the ring. I can throw you out, and you're all guest wrestlers, and you can all beat.
That's a lumberjack match. Come on, man, I'm a wrestler. A lumberjack match. Yeah, we could do a lumber.
I knew what he was talking about. I couldn't think.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we could do a lumberjack match. As soon as somebody get thrown out the ring, they gonna get stumped out, and then we roll you back in. Yeah.
I have no shame how it goes. Literally.
But let me switch the gears a little bit because
using them to me.
Woo! So let me switch gears a little bit because I know FCAT is in here. FCAT, you got any news for us? It's open mic. We're talking about whatever, and we've been talking about wrestling for a while. But guys, we're passionate. You guys got to show up to this wrestling league, man. It's a lot of fun, and I'll figure out what day it'll be next week. But we're enjoying it. Vet, now are you moving next week?
No, I'll be out of town. Let me look at my calendar real quick. The last week of the February. So all
right, cool.
28th I'll be here, but March 1st I won't be. I'll be out of town that whole week.
All right, because I asked everybody yesterday, should it be a dedicated day? Some people like the floating day. So I don't know yet. But
is that backwards? He says the last week of February, but then mentions March.
Because that's technically the last week of February rolls into the first week.
Yeah.
So shut your hole. No, the only days that I wouldn't be available would be Monday and Tuesday. Because I already have other stuff going on those.
So that Wednesday, that Wrestle Wednesday seems a bit of sweet spot.
You did say it right. Wrestling, he said
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with me watching Monday Night Raw.
Wrestling Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what Cowboy said. Cowboy went straight to, and I was like, well, I've got the last times on Monday, so it's like
Monday is Raw. I don't really watch too much NXT, but then I got AEW to watch on Wednesdays and Friday Night SmackDown. So that's the priorities.
Well, I want to show you guys something. If I could get it.
And you can't interfere with the road to WrestleMania. You know, we got the Elimination Chamber coming.
Oh yeah. Listen,
Where,
I'm
you
a
know,
wrestling fan, so
we all know
die
Roman
hard,
Reigns
yeah.
is gonna get smashed by
Well, I am not like that.
Sami Zayn's gonna smash him.
I am not a wrestling fan since, like I said, past a decade now. But your guys' hype is made. I'm saying to my younger brother,
oh man,
and I'm going round to us to watch WrestleMania, and it's been literally so. Now I'm actually joking round that I could actually get back into it after over the decades.
I get yelled at. There's been times I get yelled at by Anthony to shut up not because of me.
Yeah,
because spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler trying to ruin stuff.
He's gotta wait until his DVR is done recording the stuff, and I'm like, bro,
No, it's not even that. It's just sometimes we don't watch it live.
You don't watch it live.
Yeah, sometimes you know what? The weekends.
Acceptable as a wrestling fan.
Listen, yeah, my childhood, but like
I can't
SummerSlam,
believe
WrestleMania, that you always the cool kids if you went into school, like secondary school, so we're talking about like 13, 16, and you walked in with a VHS and you went to your friends, this is WrestleMania. Because you stayed up late, and as a 13-year-old boy recording
I
it.
tell you one thing I'm looking forward to is when I'm back in Virginia, because the Richmond Coliseum is not going to be that far away.
Oh, that's cool.
And WWE is there a lot, so you're going to see that getting on live TV.
Well,
I've said this to Cowboy.
Roman Reigns.
I tuned in to SummerSlam in the early 90s, and before SummerSlam, it was on like a UK broadcasting. That is how I thought. What was that? Fist of the North Star. That is how I seen it before the wrestling match, and that's how I remember it. And I was telling Cowboy on a stream like last year, and I was trying to explain the scenes, and he was like, "Fist of the North Star," and I was like, "That's exactly what it was." So I remember being in that mindset that I was watching all these great shows before wrestling, after wrestling.
Anime.
Yeah.
I used to love watching.
But let me do this real quick, guys. Remember, it's open mic. I want to explain this real quick. So Ellis said lumberjack match, and he question mark. So lumberjack match is where it'd be a 1-on-1, 2 people in the ring, and the ring would be surrounded with other wrestlers. When one person, so your object is to get a pinfall or submission to win, but throughout the match, you want to toss somebody over the ropes so they could get stomped out, because the people outside is going to beat them up for a little bit, then they throw you back in. So typically, if you're a good guy...
Well, do you know what? Do you know how I'll be scared of? Do you know what I'll be scared of if I threw vet? If I threw vet over the rope, Captain Canada with his lumberjack shirt, he'd be wearing his Java. Get over.
You're going to throw a over the rope, and nobody's going to do anything. They're just going to let me walk back in. And then when you get...
What's up, Chariot Man Gaming? Let me see. Is that Stadia logo in the corner?
Well, we were saying that Lion said he wants to be...
logo back there in the kitchen.
Lion said he wanted to be a ref, and Cowboy's like, oh no, in case he gets screwed out the belt. And I would find it funny if a ref or anyone else screwed me out of it, because... That's how I remembered it was back in my day.
I can't confirm nor deny that I haven't, depending on when I played offline, that I have won the title by using a weapon that the ref happened to accidentally not see.
What's up, Goon?
Somebody was taking the ref out on purpose. And then
so FCAT has something. Let me pull this up too as we discuss this stuff. So EA gives up on Apex Legends and Battlefield mobile games. So let me switch gears real quick, guys. What's your thoughts on that? Well, I know we were talking you guys were talking about on Rock's thing, and I was listening. And I got a chance to chime in at the end.
My thing was I forgot that they were still doing mobile games.
Okay.
That tells you that I didn't. That EA, it wouldn't. One, it's EA, so who gives a shit? Because they destroy half the stuff they touch anyways. It's EA, but that's not their bread and butter. Did they make any money? Because their bread and butter is going to be Madden and some of the other stuff.
Well, Apex on PC and console is doing okay.
Well, see, what shocks me is that these are big franchises, Apex and Battlefield, and if we all know the industry's saying that mobile makes billions of pounds, or there's sort of a growth in mobile forever and a day, I guess. I wonder why EA's just said no, we've had enough. Especially when the 2 branded franchises. That's what's worrying me.
That's money, man. They probably wasn't making.
They're already struggling with their other franchises.
Well, here's the thing. It's how much money you put into something and how much you're going to make. So the thing is, how much does it cost for them to make this game, right, for mobile, and then how much does it cost for the upkeep, the updates, and adding new content for mobile, and then how much are they making?
Do you feel the mobile user base don't trust EA in this space? Do you think that's why?
I don't think it's that. I just think if I was going to play a game on mobile, a first-person shooter, I would play Call of Duty. It's already out. They don't
So once again, you default Call of Duty over Battlefield, for example. You always prioritize Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Mobile is the pinnacle of mobile gaming.
Right.
That's
right. So just like console on the PC space, Call of Duty's actually captivated the market where even if you came into a mobile space, it's going to be very hard, even though you're
because
innovative, I guess.
Yeah. Well, first, go ahead, Vic.
No, I was just going to say that's exactly what it is you've got certain games that just are that standard. Call of Duty Mobile is the standard when it comes to mobile gaming, the same way it pretty much is. That's what makes or breaks a platform.
And it's like this, okay? If you go to PC, there's so many free-to-play games, right? So you pick this, you pick this. Yes, you could get your Call of Duty, but you might not get the Call of Duty. Maybe your specs isn't that good, right? You could get this or this. Now on mobile, the playing field isn't that. Like, how many first-person shooter, AAA first-person, Yvette was saying this earlier. So how many AAA first-person shooters are there in mobile? Not many. So when you look at that, you're like, well, I just want to play Call of Duty. Like, you might as well go for Call of Duty. And I think this game is more niche. And if you like this, you're probably going to play it on
it goes back to that
console.
point. Like, it goes back to the point that if people are always defining the best genre-specific game, then what's the point of having anything else? And maybe that is what these developers like EA is saying. EA's trying to say, let everyone else lose money. Let everyone else
do better. Then you have to do better to push to get your game ahead.
I mean,
of it.
I've never played Battlefield and I've never played Apex Legends on a mobile. But what I'm trying to say, these names, I remember back in the day in consoles, the Apex Legends Battlefield meant something when rather than Call of Duty. So what I'm trying to say, in the mobile space,
well, not really. So I'll say this, Hoults. Genre is the thing, right? So mobile is just limited, right? As far as AAA games, it's limited. But if you go to the console and PC, then you got to differentiate. Remember, Apex is only a battle royale game. People forget that. That's a battle royale game. So it's not a regular shooter game. That's a battle royale game. So you have to be. That's already niche. So then when you go to mobile, right? You think, oh, I want to play a shooter. That's not a regular shooter. It's a battle royale. Call of Duty has both modes on mobile, so you're already kind of and it's held as the better game, you know. So you got to look at it that way.
Hold on,
you know.
Apex is leaving mobile. Battlefield's leaving mobile. Call of Duty Mobile is huge. That's like the top game for mobile. And let's be real, they've got the esports leagues dedicated for that mobile game as well. You don't have esports leagues that you saw for Apex or Battlefield.
I mean,
and it's the same. It's been done differently, and I guess it sucks that they're going away because it's less competition. But to look at it the opposite way is EA should have done more.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to the point that, like you said,
compete with it.
Once competition goes away, do you think Call of Duty is going to keep up this?
I think it will. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna lose anything.
Nope.
And
here's the thing,
because it's not. EA doesn't own Call of Duty Mobile. It's not like Activision is running Call of Duty Mobile. Tencent is, and Tencent wants to be at the top, and they're not going to let anybody else.
And they're using, and the thing is, Call of Duty brand. Like, that didn't have to say Tencent. No one has to say EA. No one has to say Activision. You just know Call of Duty. So when you see Call of Duty, you think, oh, Call of Duty. And I will say, I played the Call of Duty mobile. It's a hell of a game. It's impressive on mobile. I will give it that.
For what it does.
For what it does.
I mean, it's at I think it's at 8 or 9 seasons already.
I don't know. I don't know much about mobile in the sense the gaming space, but what I'm trying to say is there's certain like sort of like PC requirements where you have a minimum recommendation and ultra.
Yes.
So
you have and I know only from having Call of Duty Mobile installed on my iPhone, and I've had it installed on Android. There are different levels for the graphics. So based on the quality of your phone, if you have a mid-range phone, you can still play it. You're just not going to get like beautiful graphics. If you have a Anthony's phone or the Samsung, the Galaxy S23 or an iPhone, then you can crank the settings. Now your battery's going to drain like that, and it tells you if you use these things, your battery's going to get hot, your phone's going to get hot, your battery can
it says he's right. It says recommended. It'll tell you the recommended specs for a phone, right? So it'll say what your phone should be or not. So but what's cool though is what's cool is like Vet said, you could use a mid-range phone. You just won't, it just won't be 1080 or above,
Yeah, you can phone 4K graphics on that as well.
Yeah, so on the phone it's still gonna look good.
Yeah, the Surface Duo. I don't count that phone. That's not even a real Surface.
Surface Duo. Hold on, is that FCAT you talking?
Is FCAT?
FCAT, hold on. If you're talking, you're low.
Yeah, your mic is really low.
Thought somebody was in the background talking. I was about to tell them we got a show going on. What are you doing?
I know.
I mean, I know my voice is powerful.
I was worried. I'm in a hotel room. I thought someone opened the door to say, "Can you tell them guys to actually stop speaking about Call of Duty Mobile?" I was like, "What the hell happened?"
But let's not beat this thing up. FCAT, did you want to add something, or you want me to put up the new thing you added, or you want me to move on? Just let me know. Yo, Rune, what's going on, man? Rune is in the building. All right, so I'm just gonna FCAT when you get it right and you want to jump on there. Let me see. He said it's me in the background, Ron Slusher. Yo, Ron is hilarious. All right, so FCAT has something new. So what are we looking at here? FCAT. Oh, he pulled it down. Hold up. FCAT always got the stories, man. But let me bring up something real quick. Switch gears real quick. This is really, I think, cool, and it's. I don't know if I'm doing it this year, but let me show you guys.
Switch.
So guys, one of the coolest things I had the opportunity to be a part of, and first I have to give credit where credit is due. I got to bring up JD, but we had a Black History Month for the Stadia Bash Community Network. And think about it, we're just gamers, right? But we celebrated Black History Month. So this is Black History Month. I just want to bring it up and just, recap it a little bit. But I want to give credit for JD because I didn't even know the guy. And he was in the community saying, hey, is anybody going to do something Black History Month? Typically, I'm not going to lie, I try to stay away from all that stuff because it gets crazy. I don't want to be associated. So I was like, so somebody said, somebody tag me. Actually, Avery from Stadia Source tagged me. Said, why don't you ask Cowboy and some other people? And I'm like, so... people just all of a sudden thought, oh, Cowboy, what you doing with Black History Month? I said, bro, I never said I was doing nothing. So time went on. JD kept asking, and I felt like, okay, nobody's saying anything. Let me talk to Ray, Vet, and Spectre, because we was all, the four people of the Stadia Bash Community Network, and they was like, bro, we should do it. We should be a part of it. So I don't want to take it all on me, but I did spearhead it. So once they said, why not? It's not like it's going to be bad for our brand. I said, cool. So I helped put it together, and it was pretty cool. So I'm not going to take a lot of time, but I just want to show you guys this. I thought was pretty cool. Just to recap it a little bit. We did it 2 years in a row. So look how cool this was. This is 2021 when we had the Stadia Bash Community Network Black History Month event. I'll just show you guys this real quick. I'll show you the people that was on it. And it was cool. So if you look right here, man, I gotta really get this thing figured out. So I got YouTube Prime, but I'm still getting the commercials. But anyway, so guys, we have myself, JD. Again, want to thank JD for kind of coming up with this thing, or at least asking the community to do something. King Ejimix, Stadia Revolution. I tried to tag him. I don't know what his name is now. Emperor Collins and also Ray. So I thought that was pretty cool. If you guys want to check it out, just go to my channel, scroll all the way to the bottom, click on Stadia Bash Community, and go look it up. Every day I'm going to be putting a piece of it out so people could check it out. I thought that was really cool, man, that we got to do that. Let me show you guys this. And then we came back, and actually, let me pull that back up. I apologize. Because I'm leaving one person out. Mind you, just hold on real quick. Here, I'll show you guys how to get to it, by the way, if you need to get to it real quick. Let's see. Just go to my YouTube channel. All right. Let me go to my YouTube channel. Let me scroll down. You scroll down, Stadia Bash Community Network is at the bottom. And then if you scroll, you can see all the different things we did. Let me see. I want to pull this one up. And I want to go to the second one. And this was on JD's channel. And look at it, guys. We had JD, Ray, Stadia Rev, King Ejimix, myself. And at this point in time, Collins had to leave, but Squids jumped in. So I want to give a round of applause for these guys that was a part of it. That was pretty cool. And then the next thing I want to do is show you guys, we came back another year. So second year in a row, we hosted a Black History Month event. So shout out to the guys that was a part of it. So check this out. So I'll click on this. Let's see. I'll pause it. So now we have myself, Ray3473. We had Main Game was in it. Ejimix, Suave, and Collins again. And at the very bottom is Squids. So let me see if anybody switched out and if we added somebody new. I think other people was jumping in. Let me just see. I just want to give people, a shout out. Whoever was a part of it. Let me go to the end. All right, cool. So that was 2022. And then the second part of the event was kind of cool. Collins did a stream all by himself. And he played, I think at the time he was playing Rainbow Six Extraction. So this was Collins Dynasty playing Rainbow Six Extraction to add to the event. Let me see. Playing Assassin's Creed as part of the event. So let me, I'll unpause it. And this was a Main Game. So it's pretty cool. He's playing Assassin's Creed. Want to thank him again. Let me go to, let me see, Assassin's Creed. And this was Chariot Man Gaming was a part of it as well. Got to give a shout out to my guy, Chariot Man Gaming. Make sure he jumped in and was a part of it. Check it out. My guy, Chariot Man, camera looking nice and clear. And what was he playing anyway? He was playing, what game was that, actually? Was that, hold on, let me pull it back up. How do I get this on the screen again? Oh, that was Darksiders. Okay, Chariot Man was playing Darksiders. Good stuff. Let me see. And then we had Squids. He did a own personal stream as well. So this event was more than just a podcast. It was a little bit longer. And this is one of Squid's favorite games. He played Outcasters, and he used the Stadia direct streaming feature. So you don't see a picture of him, but that's what he used. And so there it is right there. Good stuff. And then let me see. Suave was in the building, and his favorite game is oh, actually, it's crazy. Suave played look at that. He actually played PUBG. So usually he's the guy that's always playing the zombie game. But look at that. So good stuff. Let me see. And then this was pretty cool. So Cloud Dosage, which you guys know is MM2K, he couldn't do it live that day, but he recorded something and then he added it. And he did a 2-hour stream as he talked about, Black History Month. So I just wanted to say thank you to these guys. I thought it was pretty cool. Something cool. You don't typically see that in gaming. So I thought it was pretty cool to see people come together and do something like that. And I'm very, very thankful that I got to be kind of spearheaded that thing. So it was pretty cool for me. But guys, bringing out back on the scene, the double champ himself, none other than my guy Hoults is back in the building, and Vet had to go. But I thank Vet for being a part of the show when he was. But yeah, Hoults, so what's going on? We get to the comments. Let's see. Okay, so nothing much. Hi-Fi Rush. Okay, I still got to play that, but I'm waiting for Atomic Hearts to come out, and then I'll get that again. Every month is Black History Month. I appreciate that, Room. It's cool. Let me see. That sounds dope, though. It was cool, man. Because as long as I've been a PlayStation fan or an Xbox fan, I never seen a community get together to do that. But the Stadia community, we got together and pulled that off. So I thought that was cool. Cowboys giving everyone their flowers. Yeah, man, I definitely like to give credit's due. And on top of that, next month is Women's History Month. And guys, we even did a Women's History Month 2 months in a row. 2 years in a row. So it's pretty cool. And there you go, my man Chariot Man Gaming right there. It was a dope event. Shout out to Chariot Man Gaming, definitely. And guys, we got to get Chariot Man Gaming across that finish line. Oh, but Hoults, you said something the other day, and look who it is, DJ Grom. He said, OMG, it's Hoults. Do me
I actually said the other day, do you know what, when I actually won the double championship, I was like, do you know what, I hope DJ Grom comes into the chat, because he always makes me smile with what he says, and he's just put, oh my God, it's Hoults, do me. Buy a double champion. That's what you need. That's what you want. That's what you deserve. You know.
Now, Hoults, explain to him that he might not know what are you talking about. Explain to him your existence as double champ.
Well, the whole point is that Cowboy, the all-purpose champ on his Now Your Mother Knows channel is actually doing a sort of a community play of a WWE 2K 2022, and we're on week 2, and we've just been having such a great laugh with people joining in and just having the time of life. And I've came in as a noob, as like a sort of over a decade not playing the games but just being hyped by these people, and in this I never believed it was possible, but I not just won once, I won twice.
Back to back.
I was fatigued. It was very late. It was like 3 o'clock in my morning.
Yeah.
I gave it all, and I won. And it was like, it's one of them rocky moments where you want to thank all the people in chat that believed in you. Sanchez, Rune, DJ Graham. Sanchez said it was scripted, but you still thank them people even though at that moment.
Them haters. Them little haters. So I had it for Stadia, but I don't own the Xbox. No, we're talking about the WWE 2K 2022. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. I'm loving it. Like, we can't even get through this stream without bringing it up. It's the main focal point of this stream because it was so exciting, man. Hoults, when you watch it back, I was like, no, when you tossed me over the ropes, but I was so happy for you, you know?
I was laughing my head off. Like I said, I was drinking Pepsi Max. I was having a cheese and onion sandwich with mayonnaise, and I know people don't know what a cheese and onion crisp butty is. It's a UK thing, but I was eating it, munching it, but at the same time, I was just laughing and joking. And then, like I said, thanks to Cowboy's commentary on the stream and what Lion was saying, it just fueled to the fire. It was just.
It's cool, man. Well, Hoults, let me ask you this. Would you do the honors? Can you give us a spoiler-free review of Forspoken? Because you just beat it.
Do you know what? Right. This game at the moment holds the title as Game of the Year in my mind. I know we're only in the start of February, but if a game in January had to have this title, it's definitely Forspoken. I understand there's a lot of people that sort of they've got judgments, and rightfully so, I guess, with the media, but I definitely give this game 8 out of 10. I think the mechanics and the fight system is so amazing. The move set of doing parkour in battle and out of battle, but also having multiple magic trees that sort of make you fire like a machine gun, or you can have sort of a fire whip, or you can sort of have water magic. There's loads of elementals to play to your style or support versus attack. And I think the character at the moment, when they start off, she might be a little bit not for everyone's taste, but as she grows as a character through the story of easily 10-15 hours over 12 chapters, she becomes so you can see where the developers have put the love to script a lovely storytelling. The villains are great, the world is great. I feel like I've traversed it and I've seen it, and once I've experienced it, I will definitely recommend it for people who love these types of games. So to me, don't sit on it. But if you feel like that you're limited with time or money, then definitely wait for the sale or wait till it joins something else. But do not look down on this, because I feel like this is going to be a Game of the Year nominees in the action, RPG, soundtrack, and maybe story categories. So I hope by November we will review and we will see this title sort of as a discussion point.
Guys, that is Hoults' review. Spoiler free. Give it up. Thank you very much, Hoults. Good stuff. So, Hoults, you said you would give it 8, and that is very noble.
I started off at 7.5 originally in the early chapters, and I know that a lot of people were sort of giving like a 66%, so say 6.6, and that was very generous. But I thought these people were like, wow. To me, I'm like, it definitely was a 7.5 at start, and as it growed, and I reflect back, definitely at 8. And yeah, I wouldn't say it was what could be defined as a masterpiece, but it definitely deserves to be top tier AAA by Square Enix. What Square Enix has done is created a great experience, and we shouldn't sort of dilute that. I'm not saying anyone is diluting it, but we've seen a lot of people in our Discord and stuff like that.
Yeah, some people
they've spoke highly of it, and I would definitely like to see more people sort of just realize that, trust the personalities that you like.
Right.
Try it yourself, even if it's a rental sort of demo or whatever. Try it.
Well,
before you actually trust the mass media or the Twitter sphere, should I say?
Well, Rudik said, Hoults, send him the disc. It could be the Commonwealth Gamefly. Oh man!
For this week only, I'll sign it double champ, and you can keep it as a limited edition.
Double champ. You know what? You're gonna get to use that every chance you get, huh? You know what, Hoults? You better eat it up, because come next week, you will not be double champ. Okay?
Do you know what? Who are you speaking to? Do you know, if I win the third belt next week, I need you to go and get a cookie cake that says Hoults triple champ. So I want you to eat your cake and eat it. So, you know, if I lose, it adds to the fun. But yeah.
So here's what's cool, Hoults. At some point, maybe one of us will get this honor. So they actually have a thing in wrestling called a Grand Slam champion. So that's a person who end up holding all of the belts. So imagine if you still was the USA champ, you still was the Universal World champ. Imagine if you became the IC champ, and if you was one half of the tag team champs. Now, here's the cool thing. You don't have to do it all at the same time. You just had to have done it with the same character.
I mean, that is the dream. That's all I can say, isn't it? Wouldn't that be the perfect?
Yeah.
I mean, I like my gaming, but being in a sort of community or wrestling league or something like that would be the dream.
Well, you're already creating dreams. You're doing something. I wish I could say I'm the double champ. This man, should have been me. But yeah, man. Let me see. Also, let me ask you this. Let me see. He'd be the double champ in French. Okay, well, I can't say that. But Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
Oui. Hogwarts Legacy. What's your thoughts?
Do you know what? Right, I love Harry Potter. I've always been a big fan. I've read the books. I've watched the movies and stuff like that. I mean, I sort of just grew up in this, like, loving the sort of fancy genre of wizardry, the world of wizardry and stuff like that. And Harry Potter captivated that moment. So, you know, I've always believed, well, what happens if you got a Harry Potter game that wasn't a Lego franchise and stuff like that, and it was more a sort of, you know, you make decisions, make your actions, and all that comes together. Right. And that's what we got Hogwarts Legacy. So at this moment now, I feel to myself, oh, this game is going to be so perfect. And I would set before the world of Harry Potter, but I know that there's so rich of a story of the wizards and witches of the magical world that makes me actually think I'm going to so invest in that game. Straight from the hat, should I say. Once they put that and go, you are Gryffindor, I'm like, yes, I'm Gryffindor. If I'm going to be Slytherin, I'm going to play the role that I'm rolled. And to me, I'm just going to just tear this world apart as my character of the wizardry world. Be warned that it might not have a happy ending, but as long as I enjoy it, as long as I sort of invest in the wizardry world, and I'm definitely going to learn more about the wizardry world of Harry Potter and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. I'm going to put out my video soon, but actually on Monday I went to GameStop and I bought it. I pre-ordered it for Josh, and I went to his house and surprised him. So I recorded it all. You guys get to see that. I'll live it through. See, host, this is one time where I'm going to live it through you. I'm going to listen to you and let you tell me about it.
To me, Ludwig's like, we got a hard on for Harry. It's not the fact is because I love Fantastic Beasts. That's set in the American wizarding world, and in the end, to me, I don't believe that the wizarding world is just tied to United Kingdom or America, because we've seen in Harry Potter that the Swedish countries, the wizarding world expands past just Hogwarts, for example, and to me, even though it's set at that principle of Hogwarts is at that point the pinnacle of wizardry school, to me it's like, yes, that is what I want. And then just bring out this big, huge, expanded universe, because if this game picks off, I'll be buying a sequel in any generation. It could be generations before, it could be generations after Harry Potter, and I feel like that once you captivated me, I'll be definitely in this franchise, because I feel like this whole like a magic aspect, fantasy realm, is what I need in gaming, because it beats my day-to-day activities.
That's a good point.
And I mean, that's what I love about Forspoken. It's took a New York girl from her perspective and it put her in a realm of whatever. And I feel like, to me, I can get behind that, because I've seen loads of books, adaptations or anime where they've just took the hero, anti-hero, and displaced them in somewhere else. So to me, that's how I feel with Hogwarts. I don't know magic. I'm not really a Hogwarts or Harry Potter fan, but I can get behind it. So to me, it's like, it's definitely a purchase. It's definitely going to be a game that, like, you look at how much RAM you need to run Hogwarts Legacy on PC. It's going to be a very demanding game. So in the end, I can see that even from a graphical fidelity performance point of view, that I can see, is this what the future is going to be in gaming? So let's just see.
So Rudik's got a point, and we're going to get to somebody that's in the chat. We're going to get to him, but just hold on, 809 Lion. We're going to get to you. But Rudik said, I feel like this is amount of hype before a game is scary. How can it possibly meet everyone's high expectations when they last game this studio did was Disney Cars? So I'm going to say this. I don't really think the expectations that high. Now, here's the thing. Harry Potter, if you watched any of them, he's just a kid who a wizard. And, he got magic and he go up against some bad guys. I don't think this is like got to be the action game that, like, honestly, I feel like all they got to do is nail the looks, which the graphics looks good. Make sure the mechanics of, your combat looks good. I mean, you're just swinging a wand around. From the video I've seen, the combat looked decent. So honestly, Rudigs, I think what I've seen, if you was a Harry Potter fan, this might be the game you want. It's just the fine details is the stuff, because I don't think the expectation is that crazy high.
I've actually seen developers like Guerrilla Games that done Killzone, and people said it was a flop, and they came out and they brought Horizon, which was sort of a major push in sort of PlayStation 4. I've seen Platinum Games where they've made games that have, like, for example, Transformers and stuff like that, and people are like, oh my god, they're so low entry Transformers, but then they've actually brought games out that actually won Game of the Year nominees. So I feel like a developer shouldn't be sort of overlooked, because in the end, sometimes you can get out of the genre they've been pigeonholed and actually create magic. Literally, no pun intended with Harry Potter, but in the end, so to me, I'm like, I'm going to give this studio the chance to bring me the quality of games in this realm, and who knows, it might be the next developer that I may be talking for the next few years.
And Graham made a good point. He said it was just a lot of hype from the backlash. And then Tim, what's going on, Tim? He said, thanks for joining in, Tim. I think it's the first time I've seen you, so I'm going to give you a, shout out. He said, just make it like Assassin's Creed and you'll be fine, to be honest.
Which game, like, Harry
they're
Potter?
talking about Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Make it like, yo, Jay Cash is in the building. Hey, Jay Cash, man, listen. I thought you wanted to be a part of the Wrestling League, bro. I didn't see you nowhere.
I speak highly about the Traverson realm of sort of Forspoken because she's a magical user and she uses her magical abilities to sort of run across water, scales. She's like a shinobi out of Naruto. She just, off she goes up there. So to me, in Hogwarts Legacy, if a person can't whip out his broom or summon his broom and go, up we go, fly over this castle, I'll be disheartened. I'm not saying that it has to be that mechanic, but don't limit me where I'm a powerful wizard or witch, for example, and then I'm not using my magic to overcome the obstacles that I'm facing.
Right.
That's a developer's limitation now after I've played the likes of Forspoken.
No, yeah, I like it, man. I like Forspoken, and I think it's probably a good time, right? Forspoken comes out, she got magic, and then Harry Potter's going to come out a couple weeks later, he got magic. Maybe it's a good boost to somebody was into Forspoken and want a little more, right? Like, I'm wondering what type of spells he's going to have. Can he summon things? So, can't be pigeonholed when it's their second game. I just feel like everyone is going crazy for this game. I don't understand it. I feel like people are judging this book horror by its cover. No, so the thing is that there are big fans. So here, let me say this. I don't think there ever was a legit Harry Potter game. It's like how I like Marvel Avengers so much is because I never felt like there was a really good, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance was really good, but I had an issue with the view. Right? I felt like the view was that mobile looking game. So when they made Marvel Avengers, yes, it was high up, right? So this Harry Potter, you're getting to see, Harry Potter look more with graphics, look more realistic, but I never heard somebody said, oh, if it doesn't have this.
What I'm concerned about is in like the whole Twitter sphere, the social media and stuff like that. This game, because it's got Hogwarts Legacy and it's set in the Harry Potter world, is being bashed because it's not following Harry in the books. And the whole point of J.K. Rowling's, political and, other agendas. And this game is being boycotted straight away by saying, well, if you have this viewpoint, whatever political or certain viewpoints, it's getting bashed, and the developers don't deserve this because the developers are trying to tell an experience of a franchise that is beloved. And if you want to be boycotted, then by all means. But to me, I'm just seeing it as a game of potential because I know what a sort of Hogwarts Harry Potter Wizards world could potentially be like. So in the end, I've went dark on the game after the initial trailer, and I feel like I'm not using this game because it's a Harry Potter. I'm just using it because of the idea. I love this sort of fantasy genre overall, should I say?
I think it's for, like what you say, Lion said. I didn't think this many people was going to lose it over this game. I think it's for the fans. Like my friend Josh, I went and bought him the game. It was $70, right? But I bought it for a birthday gift. Like, he's a fan. I think if you're a fan, then the fans are excited. That's all. It's fair, right? But I don't feel like non-fans. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, right? So I think the hype is fair.
I mean, I see like God of War, for example. It was in the Greek Pantheon, and then now it's in the Norse. Different realms. So in the end, I don't mind it being set in a school that's stood there the test of times, and 1 minute it's in this period, the next minute we've got books about Harry, and the next minute we're set in an American school, which is, Fantastic Beasts. I don't, as long as it sort of captivates my attention in what I like in the sort of fantasy genre, then I'll definitely put my money where my mouth is. And I shouldn't be listening to people on the sort of social media where I put my money, because in the end I sort of just ignore them and say, I don't see that agendas that you're portraying. I just see it as a little bit of fun in catering a game.
And I think what's good is when you mention, hey, you want to see your peers, your friends play it. Like, we've been friends for a while, so it's kind of like you know my taste and my interests, and I know your taste and your interests. So I can see you playing a game, or you tell me about a game, like Forspoken. I'm like, oh, okay, we like some of the similar games. And I played Forspoken, and you beat it. So when you explain it to me, I'm like, oh, cool. So I think the same with the Harry Potter. You'll get it, and you'll check it out. I'll watch it. I mean, you know me, I'm a game flyer anyway. But what's going on? K9's in the building. But yeah, man, I think I'm excited for the fans, you know, because how cool is it to be a fan of something? And if you're a video game fan, you get a video game of that game. And like Jay said, there was a game back in the day on PS2 and GameCube, but that was it since then. So, you know, it's a good time to be excited. Let me see. Gotcha. Added you now. We got to definitely do some 20. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be playing 2K 2023. We're going to roll right on into this, right into that. So it's going to be cool. Notice when I make the titles, I put the game that we're playing on so people could know, you know. But the cool thing with 2K 2023, it's going to be cross-play, so people like a K9 could get whooped too. So that's going to be cool. Don't check Cowboy game compilation rates. Anyway, heading to dinner. All right, later, Rude Diggs. Thanks for stopping by, man. Cowboy, you going to Gamefly? Yep, I just said that. Let me see. I have never watched a Harry Potter movie, nor have I ever read a book on the series. Not a problem at all. I watched them all because my ex-wife was a big fan, so I went to the movies and seen them all. But not a big.
Well, to me with Harry Potter, you know, I was that age where I was just a little bit older than Harry Potter, for example. But I had, you know, my mother and my younger brothers, and I went to see it. And at the moment, it was what I would actually say cinema magic. You know, once again, no pun intended. And then after the second movie, it became so dark and twisted, what I'm used to, which it takes a more mature audience to watch, I guess. And I feel like when these people were growing up with it, it captivated us for definitely a few years, and it definitely made money. So in the end, as a cinema goer, I never refused to watch a high-selling movie. So that's where I got my mindset into watching. And I was more of a visual person before I actually read books and stuff like that. And then I read the books after I watched the visuals. So to me, it's like, why wouldn't I take this, what I know of, and apply it to? I mean, this game could fail, I guess, but at least my mindset's in like, well, I know where it's coming from, and I'll give a review after I play it. But it's definitely a genre that I really like.
That makes sense. I think it's just gonna. So I like. Let me see something. I like third-person games anyway. So I think that's what looks kind of cool for me. Let me see. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. And I don't know why this is happening. So I'm just going to get out of this, pull this open, do this. Let me see.
I mean, that's all I want, DJ Grom. You're a wizard, Hoults. Am I? Really? Yes, Hoults, you're a wizard. Put this hat on. I don't want that hat on. I've just done my hair. No. Put it on. Gryffindor. Exactly.
All right, so I want to pull this up real quick. Let me see. Go to images, and it'd be good to ask you this, Hoults.
Oh, thoughts on the new Forza Motorsport 8? I mean, I'm not really a big, huge racing game. I don't really know much about cars, but over the decades, I've definitely played car games, and Forza Motorsport and Horizon is definitely my go-to, where I can sort of relax and listen to podcasts while sort of just cruising this beautiful racetracks with these gorgeous cars that I know I can't afford, but I feel like, ooh, I feel like I'm achieved in this. So I'm definitely looking forward to Forza Motorsport 8, because I've owned the previous 7 beforehand, and they definitely are generation sellers, should I say.
That's cool. Tim, just so you know, this is open mic, so we're going to talk about anything, but if any of you guys want to join, let me put this back out there. I actually didn't pin it, so I apologize. But to join the show, what makes my thing unique, I allow anybody to join. And so if you want to be a part of the discussion, all you got to do is click on this link right here. I am going to pin it. And any of you guys are free to join us. But yeah, you can bring up topics. We'll discuss them. So I haven't played all the Forza Motorsports, right? Now I know there's 2 styles of Forza. I'm more of a I'm not a simulation guy. I'm an arcade guy. But I feel like even the Forza Horizon that people said, oh, that's supposed to be arcade-ish. It's kind of not. That's not my arcade. My arcade is I could do 100 miles an hour around the corner and not hit the corner. Right? It's real arcadey. So for me, I'm not a big fan of Forza. Not a big fan of Gran Turismo. Those games are a little too much for me. I need a Burnout. You know what I'm saying? A game like that. So, but I will try it once it comes to Game Pass. So I'll definitely give it a try. But I can't say much besides that.
Well, I mean, I've been the exact the same. Need for Speed, and depending on what Need for Speed, I guess, Burnout, Wreckfest, Split Second. We mentioned that you were able to Split Second. And I love them, but there's something about really playing the game, what has captivated me since the arcade days of Ridge Racer, that I just like putting that view where I'm behind the steering wheel and just putting the foot to the metal. And, you know, to me, I'm like, that is what I get out of these sim racing. And even though it's sim racing, sometimes I do actually challenge for that race line really dirty. And I should be penalised for it, but because I've turned the penalised off, I'm like, I don't care. As long as I hit the corner, whack, created a rival, who cares? As long as I challenge for first and I turn off like that mechanics, I don't think I'll enjoy it much if there was sort of mechanical damage. There was a time limitation. I don't think I've got the time to play professionally, but I do like sort of upgrading my car, buying parts, buying a new car that looks shiny, and just putting and going off in different categories of racer. And with Grid on like Stadia, I've put 200 hours in Forzas. I probably put over 100-ish. So these
you say
games,
you're not. I know, and you're like, I'm not a racing fan.
No, it's not that I'm not a racing fan. I really love just sitting back, chilling, listening to like. So I could have Now Your Mama Knows panel on, and I can listen to you for 2 hours, and I can just sit there going brum brum brum, and I'm not really bothered. But over time, I'm actually leveling up, enjoying the experience. I'm not really invested where the person goes, oh my god, have you seen that Lamborghini? Have you seen? I'm like, I don't really care about cars. I don't know about cars. I don't drive a car, but I can definitely sit back and know what relaxes me while I've got something else in the background.
No, it makes sense. I'm gonna pull something up. So guys, we're just gonna go for topic to topic. But I don't have much to say about it, Tim, because like I said, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to the simulation racers, and to me, that definitely is a simulation racer. But let's bring in my man. Tim is gonna actually join us, so this is cool.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you perfect, brother.
All right, awesome. Well, yeah, so my background is actually in esports. I actually own and founded my own professional esports team.
Nice.
So we are a professional iRacing team and also Rocket League. I actually play Rocket League on a steering wheel. So games
on a steering wheel, bro. That got to be tough.
I was the first ever grand champ on steering wheel in the world. So I have my own custom stuff for it. But yeah, I've been playing Rocket League for 7 years. I've got close to 10,000 hours in it. And I've also played every Forza that's ever come out, dating back to the original one on the original Xbox. I'm a huge... Thanks. Also, they're saying that you skipped your messages for Lion. So
he's a bum. So
I don't want to dominate that. But I had a quick thought on it. I know you said you're more of an arcade player.
Yes.
So you don't do a lot of racing simulators. But do you enjoy watching the technique that goes into them? And what do you think that this will do now that they're opening up the entire North American circuits from the IndyCar circuits, both in Canada and the United States, and they're also adding all NASCAR tracks that are currently active, which is going to add multiple different versions of those tracks each. So they're quadrupling the number one, the number one issue with the previous thing, where we just had limited tracks.
Okay.
So
now, are you talking about Forza Horizon?
No, Forza.
Are you going back to the last Motorsport? You going to Motorsport?
This is for Motorsport
7.
7. Horizon is its own entity, and it's actually considered a completely different game. And there are actually different developers that make them within the business of those that work within Forza. There are actually 2 different development teams that make the different games. That's why they come out every 2 years in different things because they're actually making them for 4 years. They're working on them.
I mean, what I love about Forza Motorsport is definitely like I love the weather engine. And I love the whole point is where I have to be serious. So if I'm actually slipstreaming you, I'm definitely going to take a sort of overpass. I know that crap, a corner's going to come, and I know Tim's going to take that like very sharp apex cornering. So I have to be smart because I can't just hit him. Because say on this terrain, you know, whatever the track, and it's raining, I know if that I hit him, I'm going to go off and spin out. So I know I have to be serious, and part of me likes that aspect. If I'm with serious people that don't hit me, but if people hit me just as much, then that's where I start becoming. That's where I start becoming an arcade racer, and it destroys the fact.
Yeah.
But if it's like I said, if right now we just said us three, now we will go and play it. Now we all be serious, and we've got rules. Then I can totally understand the physics and dynamics of the game.
Mm-hmm. And I completely agree with that. Like, there are different levels of which you play. Even I play more casually sometimes as well while playing these games. I'm not always going to be the one that's grinding every single one that goes into it. It just doesn't make sense. You want to still have fun with the game. Well, we have parties where we call drunk races, which are fun, where if you take a corner and you hit the wall, you have to take a shot. So the more you hit the wall, the drunker you get.
I'll be intentionally hitting the walls.
He said intentionally hit the walls.
Or if you spin out another driver, you have to take a full shot. Like, you can't just take just a sip of your beer. You have to take a full shot. So if you spin someone out. So it just gets to be utter chaos by the end of it. But it's a lot of fun, definitely. And I think this is going to expand on that because we're going to have so many more options. The maps were the biggest thing. It took them an extra day. They actually delayed it by a full year because they were scanning in. These are actual scanned in real.
Wow, or the actual tracks.
Yeah,
okay.
So they do it like by laser scanning from the sky. So they have the actual tracks to the scale, to the degree of banking. Everything is exact.
Well, I've seen this beauty in sort of Horizon and Motorsport before, but it's a shame that like Xbox took away Forza Motorsport 7 because of music licensing. So I hope going forward that they sort of learn their lesson to sort of not develop this game with music in mind and just focus on, even though in cars you have to pay a license and that license expires. So in the end, if I want to buy this game going forward, I definitely need a long lifespan of the game. I can't just have it, even though I still own Motorsport 7, I just can't have it taken away with ease because of some licensing practices.
Because
so I think
the copyright wars, and the copyright wars came about during 7, and I think games have kind of tend to learn that, you know, there's still the issue with copyright is there's a lot of people that make false copyright claims, and that goes not just for gaming, that's everything, and YouTube and everything else, and that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't think you'll find that same issue here. I think you're going to find a lot of the focus on the actual gameplay itself, because the Forza had a little bit of redirection at the top of their business, for lack of better terms. I don't know how to put it kindly. They fired a few people and have rehired some developers.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens at the corporate level, but I don't think music should constrain the game like it did for Forza 7 and Forza Horizon 3, and where we lost so many things. If anything, the only thing that's going to be is car manufacturers like backing out or like restraining some of their processes where you can't modify some of their cars. Ferrari is notorious for that. Lamborghini doesn't really give a flying crap, which is good.
Well, speaking about the music, I think what was cool was the Forza Horizon, they had this streamer mode. So that was really cool because they had all this music, but they allowed me, when I played it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I turned it on, and then it...
That was their in Forza Horizon 4, that was their, basically their patch, where they added that in. You could basically turn it off, and it was then that basically puts it on you, as the responsibility is on you to turn off the music because they put the feature in the game.
Right.
Well,
Makes sense.
I had my time with I had a time of my life with Forza Motorsport 7 because I actually bought a Logitech G29 steering wheel for my Xbox.
Yep.
And I'm not even a driver. I can't drive a real car, but actually sitting there and actually having the force feedback of a steering wheel, every time I turned and this wheel was trying to fight me, I was building forearm strength. I was like, what's happening here? I was
Oh,
like,
yeah. I mean, especially even in Rocket League, it'll fight you. I have the.
I had more chance the wheel steering me around than I actually steered the wheel. I was like, what's happening? Ugh.
Yeah, it'll fight you back. I have the Ferrari 488 Special Edition shifter rank, which is a $1,500 rig.
Is that with the seat and the sort of frame with the?
It's not the seat. The seat would make it about 3,200.
Wow.
It almost doubles it. But
And if you definitely a racer, it definitely adds to the experience of.
Oh yeah.
100%. So this is it has shifter and it's got the pedals. It's got the clutch set. And it's got also a e-brake set that comes with it. And what I do is I set it up on my coffee table and I just run either Rocket League or Forza or any other racing game. I also do a lot of WRC, which is World Rallycross, and a couple other things, which is they just released another World Rallycross game, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking at. We've actually just seen the WRC champion. Did we see championship? The latest edition, and it came to GeForce Now. So part of me is like, oh, I love this franchise. Should actually
They
buy
finally
it.
fixed it. Yeah, the patch was an issue when it first came out. The wheels were not working on it, and everyone had a conniption. And they actually paid back. Some people actually got some money back. If they didn't get it through the Game Pass, they got it like they actually bought it. They actually got 20% back on what they purchased.
Oh wow!
They weren't able to use their wheels, so that was a really good thing. But it's the last game they're putting out for WRC, so it was a huge deal because the company went under, so they didn't really care about if they gave money back or not. So they could at that point. But
that's what is this? What is it called? I want to see if I can pull up the steering wheel.
Which steering wheel do you want to pull up?
Well, whatever. What like your top one, like your favorite one? Like let's show people what this thing looked like.
My wheel or just the overall like the best? All
right, give me the crazy best one. Let's just bring that up.
Okay. Give me one.
Do you want to pull up if you pull stuff up, I can share it also. So if you want to pull it up, because you probably be faster than me, then you can share your screen if you like. Or I could pull it up. Then I got something I want to show you, Hoults. Let's see. But Hoults, while Tim do that, I want to show you this, Hoults. So Lion brought this up, and this is gonna actually somebody else brought it up, but this is gonna be epic because in 2K 2023, Hoults, they are adding this match right here. And let me just make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see this monstrosity. So guys, this is it's a steel cage around 2 rings. And everybody's going to be able to fight each other. You're going to be able to have teams. Like, you can have a few different teams. Like, you can have, like, 4 different teams of 2. And it goes down to the one team gets the pin. And then it's over. Hoults, this is going to be... And it's going to be the first time it's ever in a wrestling game.
I don't know about matches, but I'm definitely down to
actually chat for you. Do I just put it in the private chat, or how do I?
No, so if you want, you could put it in a private chat if it's a link, and I could click on it, or you could just pull it up on your. I don't know if you're on a computer or something.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone. Okay, yeah. So then just put it in the private chat.
All right, let me see how that works more.
Okay. Yeah, like if you.
Chat.
Yeah, if you just want to
here, start chatting with your team.
Yeah, so if you want to get a link, right? Like I'll write in the private chat.
My
Like if you,
my mind still is. I'm flabbergasted how someone can actually have a rig with a steering wheel and still be good at sort of Rocket League. My mind would think the skill that needs to be
I
taken.
know, that's what I was thinking.
It's all over the place. I mean, we can all talk about burnout, or we can play like simulators, but that game is such all over the place. I'm like, wow, what we would need to sit there.
Yeah, I'm shocked you're playing that on using the wheel for
and
that game
on an esports level. Yeah.
I'm grand champ, but I'm not anything above that. You would need to be SSL to be esports level, but I own my own thing and I do some content creation with it, and I teach people how to play on it.
That's cool. Well, dude, man, tell us. Well, first of all, let me ask you this, Tim. How did you find the channel? First of all,
Rudigs, during your closing stream.
Okay. Yeah, man, Rudigs is my dude.
Yeah.
I call him. I nicknamed him. Go ahead.
I have some background in Canada because I'm a former media director for an NHL team, so I'm very involved in hockey.
Nice. Yeah, I nicknamed Rudigs Captain Canada. And so that's cool. Well, thank you for showing up. But yeah, man, you know what it is? And Hoults is kind of a big deal for this. I once said I wanted to be the bridge between the viewers and the content creators, because maybe you don't want to have your own channel, but maybe you have a lot to say. Like tonight, you gave us so much info about, about motorsports, right? So for me, I like to just throw that link out and let anybody join,
I do have a YouTube channel. I don't have anything active on it yet. I'm at 70 subs. I'm hoping to get to 100, and we're looking to. I don't have any videos yet, but I have a Twitch, but I'm moving it to YouTube. Basically, I've got a 1200 Twitch.
Well, what's the YouTube channel so we can share it, man?
It's Tim McLaughlin, the same one you see in the chat.
Okay, let me find you.
We're going to be doing a radio show, and we'll be doing a hockey show. We'll be doing all different things. The name of the show is Syndicated Insanity. I'm bringing it back from when I was in radio and back in college in 2012. I'm a little older. I'm sure you're not older than me, but probably am. That's okay. I don't sound it, but I definitely am. You're not almost 40, so.
That's funny, Tim. Hold up, let me do this.
Oh my God, his egos just went out the roof.
Nah, it's all good. This happens to me all the time. I do this for Tim. You know, Tim, being an all-purpose champ myself, I know looking like this and being able to still do these kicks and everything. Tim, I know. They look at the cowboy and they say, "Cowboy, you gotta be like 27." And I laugh and say, "Ha ha, luckily I got this sweater on or you see the guns popping out." But old Tim, trust me, the cowboy's an old dog. So I'm gonna grab my chair and sit down.
Do you know what? I just want to.
I'm gonna let Hoults reveal my age, because I wonder if Hoults remember how old I am. You remember how old I am, Hoults?
Do you know what, guys in chat? I have no shame as the double champion to knock the living crap out of friggin' a legacy character. I know he's that ancient as a legacy. He gets out of breath. He comes at me and I'm like, "Cowboy, you're 46, mate. Give it a breather. You're nearly 47. I'm going to actually retire. I'm going to retire you soon, mate. I'm going to put you in the friggin' tombstone myself." And he's like, "Don't tell chat that. Everyone thinks I'm 27. I'm like, "No, Cowboy, you're not. Come on. Take the hat off."
He's a decade older than me, but that's all right.
Dude, wait. You're only 36?
Yeah. You're the same age as me.
Oh, man. This guy's like, "Yeah, I'm old."
I just came out of surgery last week, so.
Oh, man. Well, how you feeling? How's your recovery?
I'm on recovery. I'm not the most comfortable person in the world, but I'm alive. I had a minor cardiac event the week before, and I collapsed, and they found a golf ball size abscess in my chest, and were able to remove it, which is that was a fun time.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us, and you're chatting it up.
I just saw it where Cowboy's like, "I was listening to Tales of the Crypt. You guys are listening to Tales of the Crib."
I was Grom. I was very young, but I was there for it.
So, Tim, how many subscribers you said you have? I'm trying to find your channel.
On Twitch, I have 1,200. On YouTube, I only have 70.
Yeah, because you said you're trying to push your YouTube. Hold up. Your last name is McLauglin.
Correct. And it has me in a picture of me in a hat. And I got a couple of posts on my community page as well.
All right, a picture. Dude, there's a bunch of Tims. All right, I know that ain't you.
I got 70 subs.
Yeah, I want to, I am a big fan of content creators, man, and I like to promote people, and I like to share people content, and because I think content creation is a fun thing to do, and we never know, like, all right, it's entertainment, right? And so let's say, I want to watch a show, right? I like this show. Well, your channel might be somebody's favorite new content, right? So I always like to say I'm not the gatekeeper of content. So I love to promote people content because look, it's that loser. It's Rudigs.
So,
all right, so
you said you wanted to take a look at these wheels.
Yeah, let's check this out.
So what I want you to look up is go to Google and look up Fanatec, and I will spell it in the chat.
Okay, so hold up. Let me just I'm gonna here's Tim's channel, guys. I'm gonna go and let me just pull your channel up real quick so they can see your channel.
Thank you.
Oh man, listen, brother. It's enough space out here for everybody to be a content creator. So I find it funny when some people are like, don't mention your channel and don't. It's like, dude, it's okay. But anyway, guys, here's Tim's channel right here. I'm gonna subscribe and put you to 71. But definitely check them out. And
so
let
look
me
up that and go to then it just add. I can't put a link in your chat, but
that's okay. I'll search it.
And go to fanatec.com, and then if you do that, it will show you all the steering wheels and the bundles. You want to go down to bundles for the steering wheels, and you will see how expensive they can be. And the wheels are really nice. They're full wheel sets, but they get pricey quick.
Oh wow! Alright, this look like real. Hold up, bro. This look like it's real. This look like this is stuff for a car.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna share this page, but wow. But let me bring in K9 is in the building. K9 is coming in. K9, what's going on? Yeah, we gotta laugh at us, bro. We're trying to play our wrestling game, enjoy our life. All you doing is laughing, saying we suck. Like, come on, man.
Bruh. No, I had to join when your ass was saying that you was 27. I was like, man, let me get the.
First of all, I never said I was 27. All right.
Well, in your 20s, whatever. But no.
Do you know what? I actually hear them say people think he was 27. Like
I'll be right
it
back.
every
I have
day.
to go stir my food. I'll be listening.
Okay. All right. Cool. K9, you ever mess with one of these steering wheels?
I got a steering wheel, not one like that though. I got the Ferrari one. It was like around like 100 and I think
gotcha.
Like 150. Yeah, so it won't that extreme.
Bro,
it comes with the gas pedals and stuff, like the gas pedal, the brakes, and
Okay.
Like I said, I don't drive, but like I said, I got the Logitech, G29 about 220, and then I bought the shifter. And me, I don't know what force feedback and the tension of the sort of pedal and the gas and the sort of. And when I actually played it, I was like, oh my god, is this what real driving feels like? I was literally putting a lot of force. Like, what the hell's happening here?
It's cool.
Look,
it's cool to have those.
They got a shifter by itself is $259. The pedals, 3 pedals is $399. The steering wheel is that $1,295? Jeez, that's crazy. K9, what's your thoughts on motorsports? Are you a motorsports fan?
I'm a Horizon.
Okay, got you. So you a little more arcadey, right?
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Forza Motorsport games look gorgeous though, but I just prefer Horizon over Forza Motorsport.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna check out Motorsport when it comes out, but
oh yeah, definitely.
But Forza Horizon all day.
Yeah, I'm a mess with it. I don't think I'm gonna last long. I'm terrible.
Can we just point out to Mr. Airworld sitting there saying about like PlayStation VR 2? which he said he's going to buy it first, then Cowboy, then me. He's like, Hoults, you need to go and buy a steering wheel. I've already got a steering wheel. And
Yeah, he's already loaded.
You know what I mean? Just you buy PlayStation VR 2, tell us how it goes. Cowboy will buy it then next, and I'll buy it after then.
There you go.
There's no shame. Bring it to chat, and then we'll be sitting here next year by going, oh my God, but it was so great at Gran Turismo 7. I have no shame in saying that, but you have to put.
That's right. See, you know what Mr. Urban World don't do? He never put money where his mouth is. All he do is talk.
And to me, it's like great. You know what I mean? PlayStation VR and of course Gran Turismo and of course all these other races. But at the moment, I'm happy with Forza Motorsport 8 until someone actually captivates me too.
Mr. Urban World delusional as hell, but he my boy though. Now I mess with.
That's my dude.
I mess with Urban, bro. Like,
you know what, bro? Urban is consistent, bro.
Do you know what? I thought I was scared of Urban, but he came in the wrestling ring the other day, and that's all we said. Off he went.
Look, it was delusional.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
That too. He was like, only reason why I lost because I couldn't talk to y'all.
Yeah,
for real. I was like,
and he's like, man, it's Urban, like for that same reason. That's what I'm going to say. Like when he mentions about Power Rangers and Pac-Man, I'm going to say from now on, if I never talked to you, I would have won. That's exactly what I'm going to say.
But you know what he's consistent with saying though, K9? He's consistent with saying he could beat you in Power Rangers, bro. That's what he's consistent with.
Listen, once again.
He said that'll never happen again, bro.
Once again, listen. See, this is like, this is one of the things that I always have to deal with, right? Because I'm actually somebody who plays so many different fighters and stuff like that. Even when something isn't necessarily my fighter, I'm still good in it, right? And I always have to challenge people in their stuff, right? Well, I have to fight people in their games.
So TK, what is necessary? What's necessary? Not your fighter.
So
I guarantee he doesn't play Melty Blood.
Oh no, I played Melty Blood.
Oh no, hey Tim, listen, K9 plays all the games no one's ever heard of. He'll be like, oh, this. I'm like, bro, you bring up these games I never heard of. No, he's a fighter. So Melty
Blood and Guilty Gear are my two.
Okay, yeah.
What's Melty Blood? I never heard of Melty Blood.
It's an anime fitter. It's an anime fighter. It actually
a basically Taku fighter.
Yeah, it's anime fighters are more accessible to get into, but they have they have a skill gap, but they're easy to get into. Like mainly have they have like auto combos and stuff like that people can use and stuff.
You could also turn those off too.
No, I was just about to say more experience.
That's the same what I like about Mortal Kombat and stuff like. It's so easy to pick. And overall any sports, but I just love picking up and off I go.
There we go. I was about to say Cowboy having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
But I played like
from he still had less technical difficulties than the Cowboys themselves.
Oh, what?
I said it's still less technical difficulties than the Cowboys have at the end of playoff games.
Oh damn.
Damn, hey, bro, that's my team, though, bro. But,
I know.
Hey.
Isn't that his team?
But no, like that's just one of the things I got to deal with, though, Cowboy. Like it's like everybody has their own fighter. And normally with people who are like decent at fighting games, they only have a couple that they play, but that that's their game, though. Whereas somebody like me, I play every fighter. Like I can go from like Nitro Blasters to EX Fighting Layer to Blade Strangers to SNK Heroes to something like Tekken to Injustice to Mortal Kombat. Like I play literally everything. Like I was just on the JoJo's Bizarre's Adventure and stuff. But I'm nice like that though, right? So it's like, but when I finally try to get somebody to play me in like my preferred fighting games, I don't play that. I'm like, well, goddamn! Like, I only played this person game for like 1 day or like 16 hours, but I'm still like, even it's the fighter, them fighting hers, right? It's just like ponies fighting.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Playing that, like So yeah, I play
I was gonna make fun of you, but I said, I'm gonna let him live,
And,
bro.
you can't make
I'm
fun
gonna
of
let him
me.
live.
TK, what's your main input device? I mean, do you actually use controller, hitbox? I mean, I've heard like fighting sticks. Do
So
you have
it
a preference?
depends. If I'm playing older fighting games, like if I'm playing something like Street Fighter Third Strike, I prefer an arcade stick. So
Okay.
I play with an arcade stick with like like even the old school Street Fighters, just like around that era, like those type of games. Like even if it's like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right? Like I want to play with a fighting stick, right?
Okay.
But now, as far as like the games that come out now, I'm more accustomed to playing with the regular controller, like just the regular controller. So for me,
And
with the newer games, it's a controller.
is this the game right here on the screen? This is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of characters.
No, yeah, and they have so it's a game that's on PlayStation called Under Night and Birth that had a
Mhm.
mix of those characters too up there. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll play you in NHL in that fighter game.
Yeah, right, when you start, I used to play Wayne Gretzky hockey back in the day. I was a fan of hockey games. Remember, all right, I'm taking it back because I'm a little older than y'all. But the NES fighting game where y'all just locked up and start punching each other in the face, that was hilarious back in the day.
I have. Do you want me to really date myself? I have a Philips CDI game.
Oh wow.
NHL '91 for the Philips CDI. And it's the only sports game that, other than Ferrari F1, that ever came out for the CDI before it died a horrible death.
Oh yeah, just like the Panasonic 3DO.
It's like everything did.
Yeah, Atari Jaguar. We go down the road, but
well, TK, is WWE a fighting game?
No. And that game is like
I thought not, because all the other guys I was actually playing was like at a catwalk. They were just strutting the moves and doing nothing. I was like, what the hell's happening here? So
that game is so trash. They need to revamp.
Ah, come on, bro. You know what? I'll say this. Okay, I'll just say this. One credit I'll give them. It's weird because I like it and I don't. I like the fact that they changed the counter system. Because some people used to just be like my brother, bro. He was so great at countering.
The counter system.
Bro, it is weird. Okay, I think it's weird that you hit triangle for strikes, but when people grab you, you have to hit the or not triangle, or Y, right? Then you have to hit the other buttons. But I think having to guess and pick the right one, I think is better because if somebody just super good at counter. But I don't know. What's your thoughts?
No, it's okay. Now every time I play like these type of games, I play them too. Like I'm not trying to brag, but I play them on like an extra level, right? So it's like I'm in that meta area, right, where I can already they need to have me actually beta test these games. So the main problem with the WWE game, right, is the fact that with that counter system, you already know that your whips are tied to B or circle, right? Like your whips are tied to B or circle.
Right,
So,
your Irish whip.
So majority of the time, people are going to counter with something that's going to cause more damage, which is going to be your X or your Y or if you're on PlayStation, like your square or your X or whatever, right? So what people will do who play it on, like, I guess a higher level, which you shouldn't even say that in a WWE game, right? They're not going to press B. Because now if you look at just pressing square or X, you're making your choice of 50-50, right? So then you leave the person to having this Irish whip game, right? Which you don't want to have the Irish whip game, because that's going to be a long match that's just boring. Like I was on WWE 2K 22 the other day, right? And I had this match that went on for like 40 minutes because
it was a one-on-one.
It was a one-on-one.
Wow.
But no, let me tell you, this is another thing that I hate about the system. I hate the mashing pin count, right? Because I'm not about to mess up my controller like that, right? So this dude who I went against, I was kicking his ass, cowboy, like pretty much the whole match, right? But he was so good at just mashing out, right? So
I know the feeling because my brother, he was like the ultimate. Like, remember back in the day when the submission system, you tap the buttons, bro. It'd be over. But K9, did you see the new video? Bro, they're changing that now. They're changing. Yeah.
So K9, what would be the opposite into these input mechanics that you would say as a fighter that is not 50-50, the sort of button presses so random that it enjoys?
So how they had it, how the games used to be, I was fine with, right? The only thing that I had a problem with was the reversal system, because with the reversal system, it pretty much was with the old games. Once you lost your reversals, you was done. It was like because you couldn't reverse nothing.
Oh yeah, so let me break it down to Hoults. So Hoults, what he's saying is the old game you had 3 bars at the bottom.
I know,
Those were your
but what I'm
reversals.
trying to say,
You,
it wasn't just specifically to wrestling. It was the fact is what games sort of don't give you that 50-50 button press to counter that sort of K9 is used to in sort of what he's used to.
but he was just talking about wrestling, though.
No, I'm just trying to say, but he was trying to say that wrestling's a 50-50 input for him, and it goes.
No. He was saying the new wrestling, the one we're playing right now.
I know, but I'm trying to say as he doesn't classify it as a fighter because the button presses are so.
No. You asked him, did he classify as a fighter? He said no, and then I brought up the fact that I like the counter, and he was trying to explain to me why he doesn't like the counter. This had nothing to do with fighting games. I just don't want it to get mixed up. Yeah.
Fighting games 50-50 is completely different from what I'm talking about. Fighting
because what I was actually because what was going to lead into is like the example of this hitbox with like clean inputs is that when you actually play on a fighting stick or a sort of controller, you can actually see the person actually press down left to sort of do a sort of moving backdash, and it sort of destroys. But with a hitbox with these clean inputs, you can actually do it in such a way where it's got less latency and the move is instantaneously. So what I was going to ask is, do you actually play fighting games on this standard where you're so used to where you can't read the player's moves into a certain way and it adds better enjoyment to the fighter?
Hold on. So you're asking me, do I play on a hitbox?
No, I'm not trying to say to that level of using a hitbox or a controller where you see the players are that talented where you can't read the moves to counter, and it adds that level of enjoyment, should I say?
I mean, I play on that level. Like I play on that level. So
what I'm trying to say, if you played me, you see I'm pressing down, I've holded it for a second, and I press back, and you're like, Holt, I can clearly see you doing a backdash there, mate. So sharp?
It's more so making reads. In fighting games, you make reads. Like you adapt to what the person is doing, right? So like the other day, Ellis, he was playing, and I was watching him stream, and Ellis was fighting this one dude. And like in fighting tournaments, you sometimes have coaches, right? And the coaches actually work because like now Ellis was playing the fighting game, but I told him what his opponent was doing. I was like, bruh, all you need to do is this, and you're gonna beat this guy, right? And then Ellis did what I told him to do, and he beat the guy, a guy who he kept losing to. Once I told him, I said, bro, all he's doing is this. That's just making a read. As far as you pressing down, I can see that. But if you're pressing, like let's say if you're playing a fighting game like Street Fighter, right? You have charged characters. So like somebody like Chun-Li, if I jump up in the air, I'm immediately pressing down. So right when I touch the ground, I can press up in like circle, right? And she'll go straight into her spinning bird kick. So I can't necessarily see the person. I don't know if the person is actually holding down while he jumped up in the air, but I have to make a read. Like, so I might be thinking like, okay, once this person comes down, he's going to do a spinning bird kick, or he's going to, like do, Shoto fighters don't have to worry about charge attacks like that, but like that's just more making reads.
Yeah, so, let me break it down because I'm more advanced fighter than you, K9, because I've been playing fighting games longer than you was alive. So listen, hey K9, listen, bro, you still ready to play me in Tekken, but you know what, Tekken 8, it's gonna be cross play, and I'm gonna clean you.
You got destroyed in Tekken.
Man, what would I look like if I came on there and beat your boy?
Here's the thing. No, Cowboy. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Tekken. I keep hearing Tekken. Like, I never get nobody to play me in my fighters. I always gotta come to y'all fighters.
Because you mentioned fighting games nobody ever heard of. No, luckily Tim heard of Melting Blood.
I heard of JoJo Bizarre fighters, and I mean about the rest. I was like,
look, Cowboy. You can't be holding me, you can't be holding, holding this stuff against me. That I'm better at games and fighting games than you, bro. And I know
Yeah, I
more
have
about
to.
games than you. You can't do that though. You can't do that,
Man,
So,
you,
K9, would you say there's more? Would you say there's more better fighting mechanics in games that are not sort of the mainstream games?
oh yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Yes, 100%. There is a lot, there is a lot of fighting games that people do not know about. Like, it's a game called Fighting EX Layer, and it's actually on your PlayStation Plus subscription service.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
Nobody talks about that game. That game has great mechanics. There's this game called Nitro Blasters or whatever. That's an anime fighter. The dude Tim probably know about that too. Like, that has great mechanics in it. I would actually consider Blaze Blue. Here's my thing, right? I like Blaze Blue more than Guilty Gear. And I think that Blaze Blue is actually the better fighter over Guilty Gear, right? And especially with the new Guilty Gear, the new one, it's more for the casuals.
I only play Strive, but I have to disagree. Strive, I feel like, is better than Blue. And this is just, of course, it's an opinion.
Yeah.
But I also play on Fight Stick. I don't play on controller.
Okay, well, see, this is the thing.
That I built myself.
A lot of the Guilty Gear community, they and I'm talking about the original Guilty Gear community, they hate Strive. They hate Strive though, because it is simplified so much. So Strive is one of the games that actually simplified.
This is that one game you're talking about?
Yeah. That's EX. And see, it got Terry from King of Fighters in it.
Oh, wow.
It's the same thing for like Blaze Blue fans, right? Blaze Blue fans don't really necessarily like Blaze Blue Cross Tag, because Blaze Blue Cross Tag simplified Blaze Blue. So it's more just
it is contesting.
Yeah, and people don't like that. People don't like when you simplify their, what they're used to for that franchise.
Right.
And I don't mind playing simple, simplified games like the DNF Duel that Cowboy I got the PlayStation 5 for, right?
Yeah. I was about to ask you about that.
That game is simplified, right? But that's a new IP. So I can't hold that against that franchise, right? Because it's a new IP.
They're trying to put their foot in the door.
Right.
Yeah.
They're trying to put their foot in the door, and they have nothing else to go off of. But when people hear Street Fighter, now Street Fighter is going to have easy inputs. Guilty Gear went, the simplified route. Even Tekken, Tekken 7, they put auto combos in.
K9, please. I mean, you put me down here because as a fighter, I'm like Tekken 7, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom, Virtual Fighter, Smash Bros, and everybody's like, no, them games are crap. Have you played Blue Blaze and Guilty Gears? And I'm like, have you played Have you played Schoolgirls? And like, King of Fighters? No, Hoults.
Right.
Show yourself out, mate. And I'm like, weren't they the best fighters? And like, no, if you haven't played Killer Instinct and blah blah blah.
Killer
I'm
Instinct is godlike.
And to me, but that's what I'm trying to say is, even though I did play Killer Instinct, for example, just mentioning that game over like the 10 I just mentioned before is like, I didn't know there was like god tier levels compared to, so even when I'm like, well, I'm like Cowboy, I played Mortal Kombat 11 and Tekken 7, they're like Hoults, they're slightly down in the lower tiers. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, MK11 simplified itself because MKX, most of the Mortal Kombat community loves MKX and MK9.
Oh, yes. Those two, yes.
Those games are godlike. And MK11, they simplified it. And that's what a lot of these newer fighters are doing.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, in MK11, if you use your what is it, Cowboy? Your fatal blow? Your fatal blow is what you
because it used to be called X-ray in 10.
It used to be called X-ray. So the difference was in MKX or MK9, if you use your X-ray and you didn't connect, you lost everything.
That was it.
You lost all of your resources.
Yeah.
How they simplify stuff and try to make fighters easier for players now.
Right.
In MK11, you can miss your fatal blow and you
it
can get
build
it back in a couple seconds. So
what about it? One game on stage, Samurai Showdown. It was just one game that I couldn't just get behind because I was actually terrible about it. And people are like, if you mastered it, you're greater fighters. And I'm like, oh.
Samurai Showdown is god tier.
So in the end, so you're mentioning all these god tiers, and I'm like, me and Cowboy like Tekken 7.
You know why? Because Hoults, you and me, we're more into like the mainstream stuff. And TK finds those gems. They're called hidden gems. It's the games that, like, in those corners, the fighting game fans talk about. When you're a real fighting game fan, like so I'm a generic fighting game fan. When I was younger, I was more into all the. I can name stuff. You be like, oh wow, right? When I was younger, but as I got older, I got into like, okay, you give me the flashy, the cool stuff. Look on the screen. I just stuck with the main Mortal Kombat. Soul Calibur, Tekken. I'm a Ballerina Toshinden fan. People don't like it, but I still feel that's my favorite fighter. But whatever. But yeah. So no, listen, K9, you already know, bro. I will fight if somebody try to say you ain't a gamer. You already know. Yeah. You're my guy, bro. You already. I don't got. Listen. But we still got to do our console wars.
Yeah, we still got to do that.
Listen.
Nintendo all day. Nintendo all day.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
Pokemon all day.
Hey, some people say you can't mess with Nintendo, so I'm gonna leave them alone. Yeah. But they need some better hardware. That's all I gotta say.
I don't disagree. I love Pokemon for it. It's the only thing I really run on that. But Nintendo is goated for that.
What I can't stand when Cowboys, for example, says you need better hardware. I always say like, well, Switch is.
What's his Nintendo fan? Just let me let y'all know that.
I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, Switch has got so many games that are well optimized at performance between 720, 1080. And then when he goes, I'm like, well, that's like saying when a PC gamer comes in and goes, well, my PC is better than your PlayStation 5, and the answer is, he goes, well, the PlayStation 5 is more optimized, and I'm like, that's what we just bloody said.
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Trash. That console trash, cowboy.
I don't say that. What I bring up is games. We're gonna go back to games. Hold on, let me find something real quick. This for K9. Hold up. This for you. This for you, K9. This is for you.
Hold up. Nintendo got that down packed.
K9. All I'm gonna say is this: gaming without limits. Play the platform because you have interest in the games. Don't play the games because you have interest in the platform, and that's why you ain't on Xbox no more because of that.
Wait.
That's not true. I'm solely on Xbox because of the games. The Halo.
Well, you just don't know what good games are, Tim. I'm sorry. We getting to know each other. It's cool. I got you.
I'm out, cowboy. You ain't about to Xbox. Hold on.
No, I'm just playing. I like the console war. Calm down.
Even though I signed that Nintendo contract, bro, Xbox still got my heart, bro.
I know.
The last PlayStation that I found worth buying was the PS1, and that's the only one I have.
Wow.
I mean, that dude. If you're and you know what? You know what, Tim? Listen, Tim. Just know this. Hold on, let me play this for Tim real quick because Tim is new around here, and I like him, and I just don't want him to leave. But he got to get this. So, Tim, just hold on real quick. We're gonna go forward, but before we do, I just need you to do this for me.
Man the fuck up.
Now, Tim, you said the last PlayStation to get was PS1. Tim, come on, bro.
Me and K9 were like, do you know what? It's time to leave now before he puts that Joey video.
Nah, man, don't put me back.
Honestly, and I'm not going to change my opinion. It's been 20 years of it, and
but look,
the
PS2,
PlayStation is underperforming the Xbox One Series X.
And PlayStation 3 too.
Series X outperforms the PS5.
No, but hear me out. No, but Tim, here's the thing. I hear that, and K9, no, I hear that. Well, okay, we're gonna get to that.
Xbox hated Tim.
Listen, no, I'm not. Stop it. So, bro, I used to be. Listen, go to my GameFly. My first game.
Talking about that? Who has
Huh?
Who had Horizon to start?
Who had Horizon in the beginning?
Who had Horizon and who had for Motorsport? Xbox. Xbox came out with that.
Xbox,
What
Xbox.
did Call of Duty admit in 2007 that they copied all their play and shooting engine for PlayStation from? That was Halo 2 from the Xbox.
I don't know because Microsoft said they don't even know when Call of Duty came out.
Now hold on. This is what I'm gonna say.
I have plenty of articles I can throw at you.
No, but bro, I'm about to hit you. Can y'all just give me a real moment, Tim?
What he gotta say?
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Tim, I'm gonna say one thing right now. Tim, you know Hey, Tim, you said PlayStation 1. So I'm gonna say this, Tim. You ain't never played The Last of Us.
I have no interest in that.
Hey, you don't need to play it now. You can watch it.
Well, no, that is true. That is true. I told somebody earlier. No, hey, listen,
wait, K9. That's the same with Halo. You don't have to play Halo anymore because you can watch it.
No.
No, it's a difference though. It's a difference though. What he is saying though, and I agree though. No, see, here's the thing about me, Tim. I'm gonna have my console war nonsense, but I got to keep it real. So what K9 is saying is facts. So Rudik said earlier. Matter of fact, you know Rudik. Rudik said, "Hey, I was told to play the game first instead of watching the show." I said, honestly, you could either watch the show first or play the game first, because at the end of the day, they're both just story cinematics. So it's just which story you gonna like first, you know? So go ahead, Tim.
I have to be honest with you. I'm not another thing that turns me off of it is I'm not a movie guy. I've seen maybe.
Damn, Tim. Yeah, I'm a movie guy.
I read.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I read books.
Okay.
If you know the BattleTech universe, if you've seen my Discord name, it's called Anobese Kitten. I've been playing MechWarrior since 1996, and that again comes from the PC and Xbox world.
You was like 3 years old in '96. Come on.
And then the BattleTech world, and then I also played the Halo series, but I also, before I even played it, I read all of the books, and there's still more books coming out.
I can't believe
more than I watch. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch unless you're talking like Monty Python Holy Grail, then I can quote that whole movie back to
you're into that stuff,
or like Blazing Saddles or something like that. But like I don't watch a lot of films.
So you like Bullet Train and stuff like that, right?
No, I haven't. I've never heard of that.
Oh damn!
I love Bullet Train.
I can probably count 49 movies I've ever seen in my lifetime. And
you know what, Tim? Then I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. Hold on.
I love Transformers.
You got me back.
Like the old Monty Python, Holy Grail, Blazing Saddles.
I'm a Transformers fan. Space. Okay.
I haven't even seen the Star Trek ones, but I've read the books. I've read Stargate Atlantis.
Yes.
But I've read it. I didn't watch it.
So you know what, Tim? So we gotta realize you're in a. You know what? As we grow and get to know each other, I'm like, hold on, are we talking to Tim? So we just gotta hold on, because you know he's not really a big movie guy, and so your narrative. And you know what's cool is you gotta be you. Here's the thing. And this is cool. K9 gave some advice to somebody he's not that cool with, but it was dope, right? Remember when Jerz was on here, he was like, yo, you just got to be you. And I thought that was really genuine. He was like, don't worry about nothing, be you. And so my thing is this, Tim. Bro, it don't matter what we say, because we don't mess with each other. That's what we do. Just so you know, you coming around, that's what we're like the locker room around here. We the guys in the locker room, we gonna laugh. Bro, that's how it is. You gotta have thick skin. But you be you. Don't worry about what we say. Don't like what you don't like.
What I'm interested in, Tim, is would he actually take a book adaptation? A book initially was a book first, and then it got adapted to a game. Then the opposite round. So, for example, like we talk about Hogwarts Legacy, would he read Harry Potter first and then move into the gaming space instead of the opposite round?
Yeah, I would probably read them before I played the game.
Okay.
Like I did with Halo. Halo was a book series 2 years before it was a video game. And a lot of people also don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Halo.
I
hold up. I think he made it up.
You mentioned Stargate Atlantis, and I was like, I've watched the show, but I didn't know there was a book format. Right. Was the book before or after? I don't know.
But that's me with comics, though.
Simultaneous, because the same scriptwriter wrote the book that wrote the script for the show. But Halo. Okay. Here's a little background on Halo, and a lot of people also don't know this about Halo. Halo was originally made for the Macintosh in 1990s as a third-person shooter, RTS. So it was originally not meant for Xbox. Bungie was purchased from Apple by Microsoft in the late 1990s and set for their launch console for Xbox. But the books had already been written. They were written by Eric Nyland and William C. Dietz. William C. Dietz, the second book, is the same writer for Death Day and Earthrise. And he wrote the second book is actually the first game. So it's not even the first book that's the first game. And then if you ever get to the game of Reach is actually an adaptation of the first ever book, which came out in 1999. So the books came out, and the first game that we have isn't even the first book.
That's deep.
So-
Hey Tim, but hold up real quick. Say what you said because I think Holt started talking about having a thick skin. Because I just want
Oh, what did you miss?
Oh, I miss you. I was messing with you, and I was like, yeah, but around here, just be you. And you were saying something,
Oh
but I
yeah,
didn't get to
no,
hear
I
you.
was saying I don't take anything personally. I mean,
Cool.
I come from the hockey world. I used to work in an NHL locker room dealing with them as a media guy from NHL teams. I've heard more rizzing than you can probably think of,
All right, cool.
unfortunately.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Because
let it roll off, but I do feed into it sometimes because I do like.
Oh, we all do.
The waters a little bit. But
Yeah.
I do stand strong on my points because I feel I'm educated on them. And it's not
That's
a matter
cool.
of like the things like I don't hate PlayStation. I just the storylines behind where they came up with their creativity, that's
Ain't shit
what
creative
gets me
about
when-
their storylines. That's the problem. Like, it's
So,
clearly a
hey,
movie.
listen, we ain't gonna have y'all two Xbox try to jump me, man.
No, it's a goddamn movie.
Do you know what? Right? I mean, as sadly as it says, I mean, I don't care if it was a book. It was a book first and got adapted to gaming and stuff. All it got was a sort of game that got adapted to movie. But I even though I love Xbox and love Nintendo, I'm definitely putting me flag down that from a story narrative point of view. I mean, it's not for everyone. I've played that many on PlayStation. I mean, you can call it a walking simulator, you can call it anything else, but from an experience point, I mean, to me, why I don't read books is because I'm not very creative and imaginative. I'd rather have it projected on screen what the developers...
Visual. You're a visual person.
I'd rather have them tell us this what the character likes. I don't care reading a book when it goes, imagine Master Chief, Master Chief with his orange visor and his green and his 6'3", and I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't need my imagination doesn't represent like that. But to me, when I see Master Chief on Xbox, I go, thanks to the creative team that worked with the director or the storyteller, then I can get a visual aspect what the world was meant to be. And people sit there and go, well, that's not how the book mentions. And I was like, well, they worked with the storyteller. Why isn't that the way? But we all got different minds, how we all imagine different takes. So that's what I said about Sony. It's only an opinion. It's not truth, like, but it's just a one way how, as a gamer, I sort of, or as a media consumer, represent the story.
That definitely makes sense,
and that works perfectly. I mean, it's everyone has their own way of not what we would say consuming media, but also not just consuming it, but processing it. And a lot of people think, oh, we all consume a ton of media, but how do we process it? How does it actually translate into our lives and our culture, and how do we evolve with it? And that's really important.
They get fucking dumber. But
yeah, right.
But Cowboy,
bro,
how do you feel? How do you feel?
Let's hear it.
Fi Rush shitting on Forspoken.
How so?
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, how so, K9?
Yeah, how so, K9?
Listen, I played Forspoken. I did play.
You played the demo. Yes, you played the demo.
I did play the demo. I did play
not the actual game, but you played the demo.
No, right. And with that though, I was never interested in Forspoken to begin with, right?
True. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So,
why it was the take on the genre? I mean,
no, because it was on PlayStation. That's it, bro.
Bro, Cowboy, don't even do that.
Just reaching out like Square Enix, the developers behind there, or the genre is
how I know it wasn't for me. Listen, Cowboy, no, I'm one of the first guys to. I see a female protagonist.
That's
like,
true.
Oh, yeah, hey, I'm about to get this. I don't care,
yes.
right? Like Project Eve, when that come to PlayStation,
yes.
day one,
yes.
Collector's Edition. If they goddamn it have one, like I'm buying that day one. Valkyrie Elysium was on.
Yes.
Listen, stay on track.
The question I asked was the genre of like sort of fantasy RPG elements and Square Enix. I'm trying to say, didn't that sort of back you into investing, or is that not the genre for you or the developer for you?
No, just when I saw, and I like Square Enix. When I saw the trailer, like when it first, I think it was a PlayStation showcase. I remember saying, I was like, yo, this game look off. I was like, yo, like something look off. And I have the video still. I have both streams with it. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this game look off. And it's funny because Project Eve was shown first. And I gave PlayStation credit for Project Eve. I was like, yo, this is day one. I'm copping this. And then they showed Forspoken afterwards. I was like, oh no, yeah, I'm good on this one, right? So it wasn't even like
I mean, I got the text message when you text me and said, bro, did you see that Forspoken game? It looked amazing.
I got the text messages from Stadia asking me to get to ask you to get the hell off they damn. but no, when I saw it, it just didn't hit, right? And then the dialogue is so it's off, right? It's cringy. It's cringy and it's off because I'm all for the cussing, right? Like I'm all for the cussing, but it has to fit the tone, right? I don't want to be watching like it seems like I'm watching a Marvel movie, right? That's supposed to have this Marvel tone, which is fine. It's like watching a Toy Story movie, right? And if you watch a Toy Story and then Woody just like, yo, what the fuck? Right.
K9, right? This is so funny. I cover the United Kingdom. I'm a different demographic from you guys, and hearing the protagonist be from Hell's Kitchen, New Yorker, from a female's point, and she's got a directive attitude. She's so direct in the way she labels in a fantasy world. Like she'll go rap sheet or shit list, and she'll curse in this fantasy world. And they're like, "Milady, I don't understand what you're saying." To me, it captivates me because I've never seen a protagonist use these lingos. So to me, when people go, "Oh, you're stereotyping," or "It's so flat," to me, I'm like, "Wow, I've never experienced a protagonist like this." This New Yorker director.
So what did you guys think of then Control? I would assume that you played
Control fire
too, right?
Control fire. Yeah, Jesse.
You know what? I wasn't that into Control, but my wife, she liked it. But let me say this, K9. I want to get back to that, Tim. I think the thing is though, K9, I played the demo also, and the demo. So I seen the trailer. I was like, yo, there's something about this game that looks cool. I like the traversal. She's moving super fast, jumping around. She got magic powers, so that had me interested. But I was like, okay, it's something about the Forspoken game. Then I heard like bad things about it, but I still had game locked it on my GameFly. I was like, well, I want to check it out, right? So then I played the demo. When I played the demo, I said the demo didn't live up to what I thought from the trailer, but I need to change the controls. Now, when the demo first came out, they didn't let you remap your buttons. Then I heard they did, but I was like, I'm already getting the game soon. So I will say this is the difference. If you look at my first impressions video, I think I actually I gave it an 8, and I said it's better than the demo. And I think the thing is, if you do... Huh?
What you give Gotham Knights?
I think I gave Gotham Knights an 8 also. Yeah, Gotham Knights is
dope. What I'm actually hearing is that a lot of people are saying, like...
Let me say this one last thing, though. No, before we move on, I just want to say that if I agree, if I played a demo, I didn't like it as much. Plus the cursing and the way she was, if for whatever reason the demo was like overdid, it was weird. But when you actually play the game from the beginning, maybe they took, I don't know, maybe they edited it in the game, but I feel like it's on, like when you played it from the beginning, it's like you get her character from day one. You're like, okay, I get her. So when she curses or she just say something, it makes more sense than in the demo.
Well, I mean, what it is in the settings, you actually can tell the game to stop giving you dialogue, lower the rate of dialogue. And to me, that's like a fighting game saying, do you want gore? Do you want blood?
I agree.
Violence? It's up to you. So when people go, oh, she burns my head out, you've got an option to remove dialogue. But to me, she doesn't burn my head out because it's a new way of speaking.
Right? You shouldn't have to take the dialogue out of a story game, right? Like
no, but it's options. It's options, isn't it? I mean, when we mean dialogue, we don't mean cutscenes. We're talking about traversing the map.
But hold on, K9, because you could do the same thing in High on Life, and some people like, oh, I had to turn it down on High on Life.
Ain't about High on, but look.
I bet it ain't. But go ahead.
No.
I give you saying.
High on Life. This is the tone. High on Life tone matches what it's going through, right? You get what I'm saying?
And this does too. If you play it from the beginning.
Can I ask you a question? Did any of you play Watch Dogs Legion?
Yeah.
Nah,
right. To me, it was set in London, which is down south of my country, and every person you knocked, he was swearing. Hey, you stupid! You didn't even touch a person, he was swearing. And part of me just went, it's destroyed the culture image in my mind, because that's not how people speak. But people loved Watchdog Legion because it was from my region of my country. I was like, it's over the top. So I can understand people not liking swear words, but like I'm trying to say,
Nah, that's how they talk in New
like-
York.
no, but
That's
see,
how they
I
talk in
like-
New York.
I like swear words, right? I like that. So listen, the game just
That's
isn't
how they
for
talk
me.
in Boston too.
Like-
but we also drop all of our R's and say we park the car in your
But-
ass.
But look,
Oh, that's where you're from, Tim?
I am from actually. So the reason I was ragging on the Cowboys earlier, and I'll just be Fort Worth here. Pun intended. I said Fort Worth. I don't know if you picked that up.
Yeah, Fort Worth, Texas.
Instead of Fort Cumming. I grew up in the shadow of in the smallest town of the world that hosts a major league team, about 1.5 miles from where the Patriots play, in Foxborough, Mass. It's the smallest town in the world that hosts a major league team, so I'm a huge sports nut. It's why I worked in sports and I went into it because I grew up in the shadows of it. So I'm from that area, which is also why I have all the I'm a huge Bruins nut, hockey nut, but I'm also a diehard Patriots fan through and through. And my master's is in sports history and media broadcasting. So that's where I come from.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious. But no, K9, I will say this though. I do think I will, because I did it both, right? If you played a demo, I get you. But if you play the game, it's different. That's all I gotta say. And I know you can't see that.
For me. No, the game's not going to do nothing for me. See,
No, I'm just saying from you saying like with the people who play, if the people who played the demo and complained about the cursing or whatever, they took just a slice.
No, listen, this is what y'all are failing to realize. I'm for.
Well, you didn't play the game, so I think you're failing to realize.
Oh, no, Cowboy, because I don't need to play the game. One, I didn't like the combat. I didn't like how like how it feel. High Fi Rush combat is way more satisfying and way more.
I mean, what I get about Hi-Fi Rush is a lot of people said, for example, in the media that I'm seeing, Hi-Fi Rush sold more copies than Forspoken, and it's like a $30 game compared to the $70 game is not really in comparison. And I mean, I understand, but then to me, it's like in my mind, I could sit there and say God of War sold 11 million in 11 weeks. And Elden Ring over 9 months done like 10 months done like 13 million. And you go 11 weeks and 9 million, give or take a year, but we all know who won the game of the year. And you go, to me, it's like to begrudge a game in 3 days and compare it between a $30 and say, for example,
this is what it is, Holt. It's console wars, though, right? One, you gotta look at it. It's console wars.
But this game's on PC and it offers the best. It uses 32 gigs of RAM. It pushes your PC. It's.
Listen to just listen though. We're in 2023 right now, right? 2022, everybody pretty much gave it to PlayStation, right? So you can't talk about God of War because God of War was in 2022, and I'm just explaining this from the console wars.
Yes. I'm we locked in.
Forspoken was nothing but marketed, right? They put nothing but marketing on Forspoken. So this was a game that had heavy advertisements and everything. And so for a game that when Xbox was getting bashed in for 20, even going into 2023. Hell, I signed the contract to go to Nintendo in 2023. You have a game that got stealth dropped with no marketing whatsoever. Now, mind you, you gotta think of this from like a business standpoint. Now,
of course,
like think about it like a movie, right? Imagine a company just spent like $200 billion on a movie, right? And then it's a movie that costs $10 million to make, and that movie that cost $10 million to make made way more than the other movie that cost $200 billion, right? And it looks bad. It looks bad. So for that game to have no marketing behind it, it was literally a stealth.
Of course, I can see that. I can see
on
that.
top of that, it ran perfectly. There was no bugs. There was no nothing with the PC community, and I even hate bringing PC people up. PC people love to downplay a game just if it don't.
What I was trying to say in like our Discord and stuff like that, is this game Forspoken is literally like a Dragon Age Inquisition meets Spider meets Second Son. There's so many games that I can actually credit to the creation of this game that if it came out last year, it would have been on par with the greats. For example, When I played this game, for example,
no.
When I played this game, I am not coming from the Twitter sphere where it's a female protagonist, the ethnicity, a language, or stuff like that. When I just played this game, which from a trusted developer, which is a publisher like Square Enix, for example,
Right.
I went into this game blind and I played this game, and I have traversed this world with parkour mechanics that I actually feel that the mechanic system definitely needs a Game of the Year nomination. The story narrative definitely needs a story. It could win an action, right? The music behind it, there's a few musical pieces in there that definitely need to be nominated in Game of the Year. And I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I finished it in 15 hours. I played it. And all I'm saying is, if we're downplaying these experiences for Forspoken at the moment, and you can begrudge us whatever, each to all what the review, I am worried how 2023 is going to go forward with all gaming experiences, because I can tell you now, I've had epic fights. The villains are great, the progression's great, the traversal's great, and all I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to begrudge people that it didn't captivate you as a demo, or you didn't like certain aspects of the game. That's your right, but as a person who finished it, I definitely believe that it's a solid game from Square Enix and whoever developed it, and I just wish that when this game comes to a lot more platforms, even if it's on Game Pass, you will realise that what they were trying to do without getting consumed. I mean, to me, like I said once again, I don't get consumed in the Twitter sphere.
That's a lot of games, though. What you're saying right now is a lot of games. There's a lot of games that are for people who don't get a fair shake with a lot of stuff. Gotham Knights didn't get a fair shake from a lot of people, and that game is great.
I love Gotham Knights. I mean, I'm just trying to. I totally agree with you.
But see, what I'm saying is, so the same thing can be said about Hi-Fi Rush. If you play Hi-Fi Rush, the soundtrack is fire. The soundtrack, everybody is praising the soundtrack.
I mean, and that's why I hope it's in nominations.
I have another game that you can go back. I mean, it's the same idea. People, I mean, I played the beta before it really got really popular because a YouTuber played it. I'm sure you know him, Jacksepticeye. But I've been playing this game called Subnautica for
okay. You back?
Yeah, we back.
Sorry about that.
There we go. Now I'm back. So I was playing Subnautica for the same years, and it did not get the love it really needed until it blew up by the you saw the YouTubers starting playing it, the major ones like Jack, Markiplier, all the big guys. They played it, and then it actually got its recognition.
Hold on, which game?
Subnautica.
Okay, another trash game.
The way I see it, I know a lot of people don't like Game of the Year nominees, but for example, at the start of it started the year within February, that Hi-Fi Rush as a musical nomination, or Forspoken as a nomination, or sort of rhythm and game plus action, they're definitely going to be. Let's be honest here, Tears of the Kingdom Zelda is going to be Game of the Year even before it comes out.
That's going
to be it. But even though these games that we're talking about now could be overshadowed in another 8 months, I'm just trying to say, at the start of the year, the ground.
Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
I have a fish fillet meal with an apple pie and a Sprite, medium. That's it.
Get me a large fry, bro.
Yo.
All right, fillet fish meal, apple pie, 11.93.
Thank you.
Like to round up your change for rolling McDonald's on the children?
Yep, that's fine.
And what I'm trying to,
podcast goes to
hey Tim, listen, Tim.
I just want you to know, I do want Forspoken to do good.
Of course, I've never got
I
that.
want the game to do good, but what I don't like seeing is how some people are trying to. Now, I'm glad that Hi-Fi Rush is getting praise, but you have some people who's trying to belittle what Hi-Fi Rush did. Hi-Fi Rush did something that most games don't even do. It came out bug free, right? So one, that should be praised, right? Two, it was a stealth drop.
Incredible.
It was a stealth drop. Three, it made people like those type of games, right? Those are normally seen on Nintendo and PlayStation
Yeah.
only, right? With like NPC. So for Xbox to finally have a game like that, and it's from their first party
Well,
studios, that was a plus.
here's one thing, K9 Tim, right? Do you ever feel like stealth drops or the game closer to release that's been announced is better marketing wise than ever proposing a game 2 years and people dissect trailers and demos?
It's a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss.
This is my opinion on like developing, pre-launching, and this is a problem that I think has just because of DLC becoming a thing. Games
DLC
are now being
trash.
released as full releases when they're in their beta stage. And then we play through the first few months, find all the bugs, and then they do their patches or updates, and then they release all the DLC, which is actually part of the full game. It's another way for developers to make more money. I don't have a problem with that. That's capitalism. It's America's way. But it is something that is becoming I would say, an epidemic in the matter, where games are not really fully finished and developers are doing less and less in work to finish them. I mean, we saw that with a couple games in the last few years. No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk. I mean, these games were hyped up to be like the games of the century.
Cyberpunk.
No. Hold up. So you're talking about. Hold up, Tim. Tim, you're talking about two things. So you're naming games that people had a problem with as far as buggy. Like Cyberpunk, I won't say that was an unfinished game. The DLC for Cyberpunk didn't make it a full game. It just got raked through the coals because it was buggy. So I feel like well, my disagreement is I don't think a game, because it has DLC and the DLC didn't come out yet, that it's like, it's not finished.
Well, bugs is defined by bugs is a specific, aren't they?
Using this DLC of things, but most games, when they're being released as full releases, are coming out truly actually in their beta stage.
The developers actually said, haven't they? Sorry, we missed this bug because the masses of using it. So in the end, when Cyberpunk came out, I had a totally different bug compared to a lot of people, and a lot of people had a great experience. But I was the only one that was like, I had this bug. My save got deleted, and they went, well, it didn't happen to me. And I'm like, it's user specific, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, with updates now, I'm not a fan of updates like that anyway. Cowboy, I'm more of a physical person anyway. So I feel like
I
updates,
love physical media too.
Yeah, that's what.
Y'all some weird.
But you using words like physical media, but the whole point is, if the game got released broken on a physical disc, it's always going to be broken.
Not necessarily, because to your point with what you said.
There he go. If they put out a game, the patch is gonna break the game.
Wait, hold up, because to what Hoults just said when he talked about Cyberpunk, he got a completely different bug from somebody else, right? So somebody could play the game day one and they could have a bug on their before the patch that the other person didn't get. So when people talk about how the game might be broken, how many times do you hear somebody after an update got released and it might have fixed one person problem, it just gave somebody else who didn't even have a problem a problem? Right?
NBA, people 2K games have always got that problem. They release a patch and it just destroys.
2K went from being one of the premier sports programs, and I mean, it's still to this day, I think NFL 2K5 is the best NFL game that's come out in the last 20 years. All the previous Maddens are all copy and paste. They have had no development. 2K5 was truly a real developers where they actually wanted to develop it for the player, and had all these different kinds of things, from the crib to all the different kinds of parts of the game. Whereas a lot of the other new sports games are literally just let's update the rosters and then ship out the same game we made 5 years ago.
Yeah.
There's just been a lack of ingenuity in sports games.
Of what it's a lack in gaming, and it's because of what the gamers allow now. Gamers are gamers.
What we tolerate.
Yeah. A lot of people, they talk. Now, me, I'm one of those people. I'm stern on certain things, bro. Overwatch 2, I didn't even play because they was asking for my email, they was asking for my phone number, and I was a big Overwatch fan. But I was like, oh hell no, I'm not about to give you.
You're just gonna sell my data. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm
nah. K9 was worried about them getting his porn collection with Princess Peach. Come on, bro.
No shit, I show that.
Oh my god! I think they already have
Have a good
that.
They
They already have that, dude.
Cowboy, you be seeing my layout, so I already be laying that shit be shown.
Right. Yo, hold up, AK9. The other day, right? You had something. It was a bunch of Princess Peaches on there, right? Sandy was like, "What the hell?" She's like, "What the hell you watching?" I was like, "Oh, this K9." She's like, "Oh." Yo, I was crying, yo.
Well, here's one for you guys. Square Enix produced Forspoken and Square Enix done Stranger of Paradise in literally a year between. And in the media, supposedly it's flopped, which is actually damaging the Square Enix name. Do you think some of us only trust a certain title from a developer, but everyone else is jog? So, for example, we only trust Forza from them developers, we only trust Halo from that developer, because they can't do nothing else, because if they try and reach out to create something new, instantaneously as gamers we're like crap.
No, I mean gamers are like the downfall anyway, right? Like I'm not me. I only play what I like. I know my taste in games, right? So I know what games are going to be for me, for one, right? And if a game isn't for me, I don't like to bash the game because I already, like Cowboys say, I already didn't have any interest in it.
Right.
I already didn't have.
Yeah, but that's a very mature way of saying. I would say us as a gaming culture is definitely a lot like Hoults. I mean, I would say you have a very mature way of putting it, where we don't always like just bash it. It's like, all right, if it doesn't fit our genre, it doesn't fit our genre. We're not going to take down the whole brand. But like, there are those diehards out there, I believe, and unfortunately, I think the issue is I don't think it's the majority. But I think that there's so many of the loud voices out there.
Yes,
and the loud
yes.
It's social media. It's social media.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's just social media.
Yeah, it's not so much that everyone's going to just shoot it down. It's just there's always going to be from just one fan base to the next. I mean, Pokemon was really, I mean, Game Freak, they were saying take away Pokemon from Game Freak, which I think is absurd, but which is not going to happen. But I mean, in these last games, because they messed up like a few details of the older Pokemon, and I'm like, it was just a few voices, but it gained traction because those voices were just so freaking loud and annoying.
No, it's because of how YouTube work. What you like? You said you just about to start YouTube and stuff
well,
like
it's not
that,
just
right?
YouTube; it's Twitter.
No, no, definitely Twitter. Listen, I stay off of Twitter, but but. Yo.
Yo.
All right, there we go. You got your McDonald's and stuff.
Hey, listen, this is part of the reason they call me the king of content, because listen.
I just use Square Enix as an example. For example, with Forspoken and Stranger of Paradise. Like, what happens? Like, the Game of the Year award was Elden Ring, which was from Software.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what happens when Armor Core 6 comes out and it just gets like the fans rate it up, but average it gets like a 7 or 6? Do people do the same thing on social media where we go crap? And they're like, these are from the developers of Elden Ring.
Yeah, because the patience of gamers is like, it's not of, I would say, again, not gamers as in
it's not really
you
gamers
and us that really deep dive, but the practice
Right.
of this generation of people. I don't want to be that person's like, even this generation doesn't work, rah! But they don't, and they don't have any patience. It's the 6-second video on TikTok that determines their entire opinion.
Yep.
And it has no educational to it. It's whoever screams the loudest. Everyone's like, all right, well, they're really loud, so they must be right. And it's like, no, that's no,
It's,
please.
and that's what I
Stop.
hate about the media now. It's like and everybody they want clicks, right? So it's once something comes out, everybody want to cover it, right? And they're going to put more negative attention on a
Yeah,
game that like don't
definitely.
even like deserve it. And that's
And the
why I'm glad, even with like, it don't matter if it's Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo, right? If it's a game that I want to play, I don't give a like. They can say this shit got a 2.5. I'm still buying the game
Hey,
because
K9, it's just like movies. You know, you and me. I don't care what you say about the movie, bro.
yeah, I'm going to
Gotta
see
see
it.
it.
Look, Cowboy, I just went to go see Infinity Pool last week, right? Like that was
Okay.
like that was tough with me
and
and
the
Paul,
problem is
right?
the only thing that sells is negative attention, and
Mm.
that's just our culture as a whole, the world.
And ignorance,
Like
ignorance.
we live on
People love
well,
people that's ignorant.
that's part of it, but like the negativity, we live on the suffering of others.
Yep.
And at least within the generation of media. I mean, look at the news. When do you ever see you get one good news story and the rest is this person died, this person was arrested, this person did all 50 billion
Well,
different
Because
things.
controversy
Not 50
creates
billion.
cash.
Well, I'm gonna be before I
Exactly.
go. I'm gonna mention this. I'm gonna be ignorant. How the hell are you eating McDonald's fries without dipping it in the sauce?
Oh, I don't do that.
I mean,
That's not like a
it's pretty
thing.
easy. You just shove it down your throat.
No, here in the UK, people have sauce. I have to eat them fries with sweet curry, or people
Oh,
have
wow.
tomato sauce or barbecue.
Ew. Oh my
I've
God,
never
what?
seen people. I mean, I went to America once and asked for sweet curry. It was like mustard, chili. No, I want curry sauce. We have curry, and then to me, looking at him,
We'll have it over here.
I love eating the fries.
I just have fries, and then I'll dip it in ketchup, and that's all I need. If
Yeah, I mean, people. So I'm looking at Cowboy. I'm seeing Cowboy eating dry fries, and I'm like, how should we?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't dip them in anything.
I do.
But Hoults,
I dip fries in either ketchup or nothing.
Got my
That's
fish fillet.
It's,
Fish fillet, right?
yeah.
Right,
Hold on, what you dip them in?
Before I go,
K9?
do you guys
Whatever
dip?
the special sauce is for like whatever restaurant I'm at. So like if I'm at
Oh, okay.
Arby's, it's their Arby's sauce.
Yep.
McDonald's. I haven't been to McDonald's in a minute, but it's normally their what is it, sweet and sour? I think it was like sweet and sour.
Yeah, they got sweet and sour
I mean,
barbecue. Yeah.
What the hell's this
By the way,
crap?
I have to bounce out of here in 3 minutes because it's going to be 8:30.
All right, well, let Hoults ask this question. Go ahead, Hoults.
What's this with dipping French fries, salted French fries in milkshake? I've heard
Oh,
that's a
that's
thing.
Wendy's. I think
I
Wendy's.
don't know anything about that. Never heard of that.
Yeah, no, that's a
Never
Wendy's
heard of
thing,
that either.
Cowboy. Like they are actually whenever they're promoting their frosties or something, they either give you like if you get like a fry, they'll give you like a frosty so you can dip the fries in, or if you get a frosty, you can get like a small fry.
So it is a thing. No one's pulling me leg. It is a
never
thing.
heard of
No,
that.
that's Wendy's. Yeah, Wendy's got that.
I've
one.
never heard of it, but
Because they got the
I believe it
frosties.
because America's stupid. No offense
Mhm.
to Americans.
Look, they do. No, America do some dumb shit. Look, I'm.
Hey. Hold on real quick. Hoults, don't go nowhere because somebody got to say something to you. Your arch enemy, Lion.
Yes.
I gotta
yes.
head off.
All right, hold up.
Bro.
Hey,
Catch
Tim. Bro, it was good talking to you. Whenever you see the link, jump in whenever you want, man. Let's talk gaming and whatever else.
I appreciate you guys. Go Bruins. Nice to see. Huge NHL guy.
Let's go Capitals.
Definitely. Capitals. Actually, Bruins Capitals are next week, so it's going to be a great game.
Let's
It's
go
the return
Capitals.
after the All-Star game will be the Bruins.
Hey, you know what,
Capitals.
Tim? I apologize for you meeting K9. You know, the people who like Xbox, I apologize for y'all, you know?
Well,
Nintendo
We
gang.
love it. We're gonna stay together forever. I'm Nintendo and I'm Xbox.
yeah, Nintendo.
same,
Nintendo's the
Nintendo
best,
and
isn't it?
Xbox.
Nintendo.
Nintendo and Xbox. Nintendo is the
Hey.
best. Let's go.
But I appreciate meeting every single one of y'all. You guys be
Tim.
safe. Definitely, if you guys could sub to my channel before we get I'm gonna
Yep,
get
already.
a radio show up myself. Would be huge and helpful. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Anytime we can talk gaming, I'm happy to.
And Tim, one last thing.
Or if you want to do sports too.
And one last thing, Tim. In all of my videos, it's my link for my Discord. I have a tab in my Discord called Share Your Content. If you would you don't even have to speak. Just jump into Discord and just share your content because people see.
Discord channel before I jump out of the chat. I'm gonna jump out of here, but
Okay.
I'll get in your Discord
Yeah.
server and we can I can share some stuff. No problem.
Yeah. You'll see it. It just says share your content. Throw your channel in there, and every All right, brother.
Fi Rush.
All right, it was great meeting you all. Stay safe.
God.
Take
In a bit,
care
Tim.
of yourself. You only have one body, so make sure you take care of it. And
You got it, brother.
Stay well.
As I'm eating McDonald's.
I mean, K9.
That's what the
K9. One of my favorite things during these panels is that
mental self-care.
No.
All right,
Definitely.
Take care, you guys.
Thanks.
Peace.
Take care.
K9. What I love about during these panels is that I realize that a lot of people got different platform tastes, but knowing you guys, we all understand, apart from Cowboy, that we all got a love for Nintendo, and I've never seen anyone that says, "Oh yeah, Nintendo's crap," apart from a certain person who is a bit. And I'm like, we all sit there and go, Xbox the best place plus Nintendo, and we all slide that in out of nowhere.
You always gotta have Nintendo in there.
Hey, hold on, let me get Hoults real quick and all of y'all. How old am I again? Let me tell you, I was in
27. You're 27, aren't you?
Hold on, K9. I was in the trenches with Nintendo before y'all. Listen, when I gave up on Nintendo, because they gave up on me, Nintendo was like, "Man, we don't care about hardware no more." And I was always like, "Oh, you got 8-bit, you got 16." I was that guy. You got 32, you got 64, I was jumping. Nintendo was like, "Yeah, we're kind of done." I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean you're done?"
Cowboy, go to sleep. You ain't even get the Wii U. You ain't even get the Wii U, Cowboy.
Bro, because the GameCube was the last great system.
No, the Wii U was fire.
There was a Wii U was a gimmick.
No, that's unfair, Cowboy, because the Wii rivaled consoles as well. That was the next step of the GameCube. It was.
Your little me, man, get out of here. You little big head Cowboy.
No, that was a social aspect. That was a social aspect of it, but the
Cowboy, I see you stress eating right there. I see you stress eating
because Fi Rush killing for smoke.
After the night he had last night.
And he can't get Fi Rush with GameFly.
Do you know what, Lion? I'm a bit scared for I'm scared next week because Cowboy's going to put that much weight on. I won't be able to suplex him.
He might. You know, Cowboy's looking at himself in the mirror, realizing how much he lost last night.
Hey.
Listen.
Lion, let's stop rubbing it in. Stage is dead. Avengers is dead, and he's lost wrestling.
Whoa! What's going on?
It was like everything you like is dead. Hold on, K9, check this out.
First of all, before you go, Cowboy, calm down. This is the leader of the pride.
I was gonna bring you up next.
This is the leader of the pride. Hello, TK9. Nice meeting you, my brother.
Here we go.
Champ. How are you, Hoults?
I'm great, thank you, man.
Cowboy.
Cowboy,
you lost so much last night.
That's why he gets so happy when he finally wins.
Okay, now you ain't. Hey, you know what? I knew I respond to Lion's nonsense, but what I'm gonna say this, Lion, could you tell K9 that you actually like Forspoken?
I do enjoy. I was playing just minutes ago.
No, look, Cowboy, I'm not. Listen, you know me, bro. At the end of the day, I don't like to bash games because I know.
You just texted me was like, if you ever play that game again, I'm burning your house down.
No, look. The console wars thing is one thing, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I even told Hoults I want Forspoken to do good, but we ain't gonna deny Fi Rush though. That's what we not gonna do. We not gonna deny.
I mean, I didn't play it yet.
I'm playing Fi Rush. I'm halfway through it. It's a good game. It's fun.
But
it can get a little bit repetitive because it's
you
don't have freedom in the game.
Oh hell no!
I mean, I love the anime. I love the anime aesthetic.
It's a reading game that you don't need to keep the rhythm.
Every boss fight was different. Did you unlock? Yo, Cowboy, do me one quick favor, bro.
Okay.
Go to my channel real quick before I get off because I'm about to.
I got you.
Man, about to watch a movie. I posted a combo video, a quick combo video.
Oh, yeah, I seen it. It was like a minute and something long.
No, right.
Yeah, bro, I watch your channel, bro. Don't ever tell me I don't watch my man K9.
Look, saying vice versa. But
yeah,
that's the type of stuff that you can do in that game, and that's not even like it's even more. Like I didn't even use the other dude, right? Like I didn't even use the other guy, and then it's more stuff that you can unlock. The stuff that you can do in that game is satisfying as hell.
I mean, what? K9, what's the difference between Metal Hellsinger and the other ones where you sort of drop a rhythm and it does fighting moves?
So this one isn't okay. So this one is not dependent on you being on rhythm. That's
what's cool. I will say that I watched the developer thing, and when they said that, they said it's a bonus if you do rhythm, but you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. It's just literally a bonus. So if you feel like, okay, I'm not going to be able to stay on rhythm like that with this game, you don't have to worry about doing that. You're going to still be able to beat everybody and stuff like that. But if you are able to stay on rhythm, you just get a little bit more bonus. Like
so K9 story modes is accepted on Xbox compared to other games like.
What? Hold up. So hold up. For me, nobody can hold that against me because I play everything, whether it's on PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, right? And the thing with PlayStation first party games is a lot of them are just like movies, and I'm a big movie guy. So when I want to play a game, I want to play a game. I don't always want to watch a movie. Now I do have Supermassive who do the dark pictures like the Until Dawns and the
yes,
super movie.
No, right. So I'll play those games, but with PlayStation games, I'm not always in for this like pick up this picture, look at your daughter who died or whatever, put the picture down. Okay, you unlock the trophy.
You wildin', bro.
Over here, and then you get like this crazy big cinematic scene. Sometimes I just want to actually play a game. That's why
you wildin'.
No, I ain't wildin'.
I mean, K9, is there a certain percentage that you'd accept? I mean, I love having a cinematic, then action traversing the map, and then a big boss, and then vice versa. Is there a certain way in a percentage that you could say, for example, I love 70% action gameplay and 30% story? Is it a certain thing?
I mean that's fine for me, but most PlayStation games aren't like that, right? Like, and listen, my favorite PlayStation franchise is Uncharted, which is kind of more of a movie, like movie style.
It's a good balance. It's a good balance. It's a good balance. It's a good balance.
Tomb Raider is one of my favorite franchises of all time, right? So it's not like I try to hate on PlayStation. I just don't. I used to love God of War. God of War before it was this extra. I mean, now God of War always has little cinematics with the little quick time. Yeah. But then it just became really like a damn movie type.
I mean, but K9, we've spoke about like Quantum Break. And that was like action, live action, and we enjoyed the movie.
I like that, but see, that's taking breaks from it, right? Like, I don't mind playing games on my PlayStation. It's just not necessarily from first party. No, honestly, it's just not from like first party. Like, one of the games I got recently. Well, I got it on the Switch, but it was Samurai Maiden, right? But that's also on PlayStation. Let's just say if Samurai Maiden wasn't on the Switch, I would have got that on PlayStation. It wouldn't have been a first party title, but I would have.
Here's my problem. K9. You just said you don't like the PlayStation story games, but then in the same sentence, you was like, I like Dusk Till Dawn. I
never said Dusk Till Dawn. I said Until Dawn. Until Dawn, motherfucker. I ain't never said I ain't play that shit, cowboy. I ain't play none of that shit.
Hold up. K9, let me ask you this. Hey, K9, let me ask you this. I don't want you to try to sue me. Can I play your video so people can see it?
Yeah.
All right, because I don't want you to be like, I never gave him the rights to play that.
Yo, in the
check this out.
The cast of characters. Man.
Let me run it back.
Is it ready room?
Come on. And this is like a overkill combo. When technically, if I drop him, he'll just blow up. But I'm keeping him in the air. Like I'm keeping the.
Yeah, you got a spoiler. I'm at that level. You got a spoiler.
I mean, what I'm concerned about, what I'm worried about, is how this game, as a stealth drop, has hit mass media. And every time that I want to play a game, it doesn't matter if it's fantasy or fighter or whatever, with the anime or static, it never actually picks up momentum So I'm wondering why this picked up momentum. Was it because it was on Game Pass? Or?
I can tell you why this picked up. It's because of fanboys. It was
Yeah, you're
something
right.
that it was something that was on Xbox
The
that was from their
thirst.
first party studios.
Yep.
You know, it was just something that was on Xbox from their first party studios. So it's going to pick up.
No, but I heard it's actually done well on Steam as well. I heard it was
right.
Oh yeah.
It
But what he's saying is the surgence because imagine if you have a PC and an Xbox, or imagine if you don't have an Xbox, it's just a buzz. That's why I said. So somebody said, what would you like to see for Xbox? I said, bro, I would love to see Xbox, and this could be one. I said in 20 for me, I want to see them just have 4 games that have a buzz. It didn't want to be game of the year, just 4 games that got a buzz, meaning like, yo, like look how much it's selling on Steam, but it's also on Xbox. So that's cool. And here's what's cool. What K9 is saying is he's still saying it's a good game, though, is what he's saying. He's still got to play it, and he's still saying it is a good game. So on top of it having a buzz, it is a good game. That's what he's saying.
Rightfully deserved. Rightfully.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I was even shocked. Like I was even shocked at how much I end up really enjoying. Now that was already a game that, let's just say, if it wasn't an Xbox game, because most games that look like that I have to get for Nintendo or PlayStation. I would want that game because those are games that I'm into anyway. I just didn't know, with that being a male protagonist as the lead and stuff, because Cowboy, no, I mainly like the female protagonist, right? So I went into it thinking like, maybe I'm not gonna like this male protagonist. That dude was funny as hell. He is, bruh, like literally, they need to build like a Netflix anime show. They
Dude,
something with that.
K9,
they have something there, bro.
I think you will like Wavetail. It reminds me like how you could just jump and grab something and get yanked. I'm like, yo, I swear this game reminds me of Wavetail, and that was a dope indie. And they stealth dropped that on Stadia. The day they announced it, they was like, oh, and it's available for Stadia right now. I was like, oh, wow. But I think you would like that. Also, Lion, so real quick, so you got to play both. The actual game, not the demo for Spoken. So what game you like?
Hold on. Damn, Cal. I want to hear what Lion. No. I want to hear what Lion has to say. But me and Amanda, we about to go to see this movie. So she calling me like, yo, you know how Sandy be doing. You know how Sandy be doing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm about to get the hell up out of here, bro. If I can get out, bro. Hey, yo, but no.
You and Thrash. You and Thrash was like, bro, y'all ain't getting me in trouble.
If he doesn't leave, he's getting more beats than Hi-Fi Rush. Quick, off you go.
Yeah, right. But no, hey, still as Lion the question, I'm gonna definitely watch the review.
Okay.
All right,
Lion, what game was better to you, Hi-Fi Rush or Forspoken?
So full disclosure, I'm halfway through Hi-Fi Rush. I'm like right at the level where he gets that character with the red hair. That's what I'm at right now. And then Forspoken, I just beat Silas, which is the first Tantus. So Hoults know what I'm at. Between the two, right now, I am enjoying Forspoken more, and this is why. Hi-Fi is doing something that I don't like in a lot of games, and is that they give you certain tasks that I don't see the point of doing. Like they'll put certain enemies in open spaces because it's basically a corridor. You walk to different locations, and they put you in certain areas. You just gotta fight these things just because they're there. You just gotta fight them, right? So to me, those repeated tasks, you just feel like the same fight over and over and over again.
Okay.
So, and I don't have a reason to skip it because they block you. You're locked in that arena to fight those guys. And that's the only thing that now that I play so much of it, like, okay, I gotta take a break. Everything else, like the rhythm, I don't like rhythm games. Like it's not bad because I actually follow the rhythm. The characters are cool. The story is fun. It's very carefree. You don't have to get super invested. It's a very easy game to kind of pick up and go. Forspoken is just a really cool game to play. Like I'm enjoying the heck out of combining the magic and the parkour and getting your abilities. And every time I'm out in the open world, there's always something that I want to find out. Like I'm heading towards a castle. But in between the castle, before me to get to the castle, I stopped so many times to get other stuff.
Wow.
Like I'll find a labyrinth, I'll find some kind of cave, I'll find like a tower that I want to investigate. I see a group of enemies holding over there, looking at something shining. So I'm always, what's that over there at the horizon?
That's cool.
I'm always deviating from where I'm going. So
And as you're lying, sometimes it's a horde of enemies, isn't it? Which gives you a little bit of challenge to test out your magic and stuff like that. And I just when people say it's derelict and the world looks, I'm like, are you sure we're playing the same game here? It's like it's a bit.
Like I got clapped by this zombie. Like this guy was just sitting in front of a chest. I'm like, okay, he's just by himself. I can probably take him. I got him some upgrades, so I went to find the guy. I snuck in, got a couple hits in. He couldn't hit me he one-shotted me. He only needed to hit me once.
Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about this should captivate to the people that love RPGs or love that mechanics or love Elden Ring, for example. Like running into a boss somewhere on the map, and we think because we're cocky, I'm going to blast you with my spell, and you just go, ta-ra, come back when you're more powerful, and you're like, because we've been off the beaten path, and that should captivate the same audience that we're used to, that we said in previous games and whatever. But for some strange reason, the narrative seems to shift, and that's all right in 2023. But what I'm doing now, if you're going to apply it to Forspoken, we have to apply it to every game going forward.
Good point.
You know what I don't like about Forspoken? Forspoken's transitions from one scene to the next are terrible. They take too long. They are a little bit annoying. Whenever you're talking to the cop or you're talking to like an NPC, it's just like a 2-sentence conversation, and there's like a 3-second delay between after the conversation ends to go to the main game, and you're just standing there looking at.
I mean, what I hate.
I didn't notice that. Yeah. So when I was following the little girl in the beginning, and she was just standing there, I was like, "Yo, what the?" And I can't move because I'm waiting for her, and I'm like, "Yo, is the game freeze or something?" And then she started moving. I was like, "Oh wait, that was weird."
What I hate, and I've not had this experience since Witcher 3. Witcher 3's side quests are absolutely amazing, but when I play other games, they're just fetch quests. They just go to this point, follow this, and to me, it's like that's boring. If you're gonna fill your world with side quests, please pad out a better story narrative then. And that's my only downside, I guess. But I was gonna say, like K9 just mentioned Fi Rush, that the main character is actually very humorous. How would you compare that to sort of like Scott Pilgrim, which is sort of like an anime fighting game, and he's comedic? Would you say, do you think that the humor sells it?
I never played Scott Pilgrim, so I couldn't say, but Shy is the name of the character of Fi Rush. He's just he's like a dumb guy that's just having a lot of fun. So I think he's a very good character, and the characters around him are very good as well.
Now, Forspoken came out not that long ago. Maker said Forspoken also had a lot of technical issues at launch. So I didn't run into any technical issues. I don't know if you're saying that they patched it, but yeah. So I don't know anything about that.
I mean, I finished the game, and within a week I had one update, and I didn't notice anything to the point that was sort of groundbreaking. Into the panel. I mentioned on the panel that each user got a different experience, so I'm pretty sure there's people out there that has got groundbreaking bugs, but I didn't.
And I'm pretty sure if I ask Maker, did he play it, he's gonna say no, but he just read on the internet somewhere that
like the fight with Silas. That's one of the big boss battles. She does fire. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of lighting effects happening. That battle, I had some frame rate drops. That was the only one I experienced that. And I had another one that I actually recorded that was pretty cool about two of her minions that I fought. and that one, there was stuff happening everywhere, and the frame rate stayed pretty good. So,
that's what you said. It was like 200.
I mean, I'm sitting there.
Two guys I was fighting.
I mean, I understand frame drops, it happens on all platforms. If I wanted to record something, oh my god, it dropped by 15 frames. I don't put it up on the internet. As long as it hits a solid whatever, then I'm happy. I'm not the one that uses the frame counter, for example. And to me, I understand it matters and it could become sluggish, but to me, with all this parkour and magic effects and support, I never felt that way, that it slowed me down to a point where I went, I better screen share that and actually show Lion and Cowboy. It just didn't happen. So, but like I said,
the parkour is so much fun. The parkour, like you just want to run around. I wish I could put. It is you run out of like the magic to the parkour, because you could just do that forever. You can jump here and flip. And,
what I'm saying, Lion? Now you're so used to like the parkour ability, and now you got the ability to zip, which I feel like is a Spider-Man mechanic. I don't think I can go back to an RPG game that doesn't let me scale mountains or run across lakes or do this kind of stuff without it now. So to me, it's like, if you've got magical abilities, why not use their magic abilities to traverse the world? So that's where my mindset now is. Why do I have to run up and zigzag across a mountain now when I could just say, get me broomstick and Harry Potter and go, up I go, way off the top.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. But so I never got to play it again. I was started to play it I think last night or the day before that, and then we just ended up watching this movie. So guys, actually, I'm about to get off and play. My wife is still at her friend's house, so that means I got a good at least hour that I could just play the game before she come home. And Hoults, it's funny, you was about to go like an hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining a chocolate bar in my fridge, and I need to, the mini fridge, and I'm like, should I taste it for bed? It's like terrible.
Well, I just want to step to the side real quick because I feel like you and Lion got some conversations to be had. So, what's gonna happen between y'all next week?
I mean, I'm not going to say nothing to Lion in the sense that I'll let the chat decide how we sort of take on this big, huge, whining, criticising person in wrestling that thinks he deserves shots of titles. You know what I mean? And I feel like if people want to see me and Lion versus the sort of belts, or we're going to include other people, or how newcomers should come in, drop a comment in chat or tweet, and we'll see how.
It's not about the people. There's a reason why you and I are champion. For example, I won the longest, toughest ladder match in AWL's history.
Yeah, it was that long. It was that long. The audience went asleep. I was setting the ladder up for you, going, "Come on, Lion, just win the freaking belt, mate." That's what it was. It wasn't competitive. It was like, we've had enough now.
They fell asleep because they are like everyone else in this world. They lack attention to something that's really great. And that's the problem. That's why those that have the mentality of go-getters, they stay awake and they watch me win, climb the ladder of success, grab the Intercontinental title from the grabs and just pull it down as I became...
No, come on. It was a pity when we just said, come on, Lions new this week. Let him have it so we can take it off him next week. That's what we done. I mean, Sanchez said it was scripted and he was right just for that match.
You know what? They saw me delivering RKO after RKO after RKO. And even though everybody was standing up when I went up there, and I still grabbed those titles, that title became champion. The Big Boss Champion. That's what they call me. The BBC. And I see you looking at my BBC and you're not gonna get it.
BBC. So you're the guy that came onto Cowboy stream waving his flag.
You want to challenge me for my BBC?
Listen, hold on. Let me jump in there real quick. I'm getting tired of you two lame jabronis. Let me tell y'all something. I was the first ever Universal World AWL champion. And Hoults, you think you took my... For how long? Don't you worry about that.
Oh, do you know what? You sound like Vet now. You know what I mean? You got punished. What we done is we took the trash out. You got off you go. Lion even said, once you beat the champ, there's going to be a new champ. And that's what happened in the match. We threw you out. Off you go, Cowboy. You're not intimidating anymore. Same like Vet. He won it by...
You lasted as champion as long as the main character of American Pie lasted in his scene. That everybody remembers him by. That's how long you lasted.
You know what? All I'm going to tell y'all guys... Sleep tight. Hold on to them belts. Really, matter of fact, between you two, you got all the belts we got. So next week we gotta do the women's belt.
All I ever heard when I threw Cowboy off was, "Oh, my shoulder blade, don't do that." I was like, "Get out, Cowboy!" Just stop.
Let's do this, Hoults. Before you and I face each other in a winner takes all match, because that's the only match that's right for this. How about we do one more thing before we do that? Next week, in the middle of that ring. How about we do this? Let's do a tournament. Let's do a tornado match, tag team tornado match.
Ooh.
And let's have the champ, the leader of the Pride Lion, versus 3 other partners to see who will become the AWL's first tag team champion. Hoults, what I'm saying is, you and I could be champions again.
Yeah.
Listen, and I already asked Vet earlier. You missed it, Lion. Vet came on, and I told Vet, if you and me team up, you got the all-purpose champ, the Cowboy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Vet and Cowboy. That's perfect. We just name the tag teams. Vet and Cowboy, Lion and Hoults. Bring it. That's the end of it.
There it is. Now, my only problem is I don't know if my guy gonna show up or not. So,
if you can't trust your tag team partner, then like I said, it comes a handicap, and that's it.
Well, you know what, host? I think I'm liking what you were putting down, bro. Wrestling Wednesdays, because he did say he could wrestle on Wednesday. I don't know. That's got a good ring to it too.
Brawls. There we go. Wednesday night brawls.
Wednesday night bros. You got to throw the wrestling there somewhere.
Brawls. Wednesday night brawls.
Listen, anyway, I don't got time for this Wednesday night bros or whatever it is. You two losers are going to get put under my boot. Mark my word. Hoults, you keep smiling with your little belt. Shine them up. Hold on to them. Kiss them good.
Do you know what, right? Do you know how bad it's getting with you guys, right? Is Lion mentioned this the other day. I went to my local supermarket and there's a plastic belt like for $20, and I was like, should I just buy two and just put it on? I can put $20 aside, and I know it gets more expensive the hundreds. And I was like, should I just do a quick TikTok or Twitter just to?
I kind of want to do one. I'm gonna buy one. But Cowboy,
you guys made me want to get them again.
Cowboy, next week, you know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna end up like you end up every single time you step into that ring. You're gonna end up laying down when you're staring at the lights.
Do you know what? Do you know what would be funny? What would be funny is we're acting all tough, and I can remember like just one of us goes out, the other one goes out, and then someone just slimy like Mr. Airmail comes out, just like this crappiest move, and he wins, and it'll just destroy it. It's like, oh no, what happened?
Listen, all I know is by the end of next week, there's going to be one person that's going to be the Universal World Champion, and it's going to be me. And on top of that, I'm also going to take the Universal World Championship for the women's title as well, just so you know.
Sounds
do you know what? I thought we were doing women's because he acts like a prima donna so much anyway. I thought we were doing the women's champion anyway.
You know what, Hoults? I love it.
Just as a woman, you're going to end up the same way. Same way I treat all my women.
Cowboy's going to be suplexed that hard. He wished it was the reverse cowgirl.
You're gonna be laying down flat on your back.
Man. To see the real Lion, the real host comes out. I see it. Okay. Let me tell y'all two losers something. I challenge you both to a handicap match. Me versus both of you guys. And if I lose, I can't challenge either of you as long as you're champion for the belt. But if I win, I get not the big belt, but I'll get the IC and I get the USA. Now, that was a challenge that was put out in Discord. Now I'm putting it out live and front center. What do y'all got to say?
Do a poll.
I'll take you both.
Do a poll. Do a Twitter. Like I said, we've done enough back and forth. Put it out to the audience, and like I said, let the audience pick how we should actually do.
Monday, I'm going to start the stream, and I'm going to put up a poll out there, and I'm going to ask them, do they, think I deserve it? No, matter of fact, I do deserve it, because I was the first ever Universal World Champion. You're never going to take that away from me.
What we need is fanship. We need like the audience.
Hoults took it away from you. That's what happened.
Hoults cheated me.
He didn't cheat you.
He did. No, bro. He threw dust in my eye and then hit me with his special. I couldn't see. And if that ref was half a man, he would have saw that.
Wait there, was it you in the end of pins? I thought
you threw me over the rope.
I threw you out of the rope, yeah.
Yeah, you threw me over the rope. He threw me over the ropes.
I mean, there was a good part where I had Lion in a past match and I was beating the living crap out of him that I felt sorry, and then I just missed the counter. Then he just came back and just beat the shit out of me for like 5 minutes, and I was like...
Yep, that's what happens.
Listen, let me ask you guys this though. We could deal with the banter later, guys. Are you not getting excited? Matter of fact, Hoults, did you see the video I put for the game? They got a gameplay video. It's like 4 minutes for the new game. You gotta check it out, Hoults.
I mean,
Smash is amazing.
I mean, I'm definitely pre-ordering it because you guys, and I've got 4 trophies. I decided to get 4 more rare trophies in a game to level up to level 3 on the PlayStation rewards. So then when I actually buy the game, it contributes to sort of like discounts. So what I'm doing is, so I mean, it's only 4 achievements, easy to get. And I just thought, I'm definitely hitting that pre-order. It's lined and set.
Oh yeah,
I just got that promo, but like I'm really sick. My throat's killing me. I've been coughing left and right in between you guys talking. It's just insane.
Well, sorry about that, man. But I honestly, let me just say this to you guys. Thank you. You don't listen. You guys don't know how much this means to me. I did this like not online, but at home for like 15 years. I watched my son grow up. I tell him the story. And I always wanted to do this, and I felt the Stadia community was so... I felt like I could never do this online when I was just a PlayStation guy and online when I was an Xbox guy. Like, I never felt I could do this, right? So we always did it at home. We played next to each other. But this is the first time, when I was in the Stadia community, I felt these are the people I know I could do this with. And unfortunately, Stadia never got the game. So I'm so happy. The energy you guys got, the banter, this is what I used to do with my... Matter of fact, if you guys get a chance, I made a video last year when this game came out, and we played for 12 hours straight. Matter of fact, my brother bought 4 PlayStation 5 games, and you know they $75 each. He bought them all so we could all play. All I'm saying is I just want to say thank you guys publicly because this is like a dream of mine. I love playing wrestling games because for me it's like an advanced fighting game. You could be dirty, you could cheat people, you could, play it clean if you want. So for me it's like a story you get to develop with people. So I'm just honored you guys.
I feel like my history now being like the nice guy and winning the belt, I can definitely see myself being a villain going forward.
Dude, you already are. You just brought up reverse cowgirl.
Listen,
I'm gonna clip that.
Ho's wanna be like me. He wants to be the heel. But you know what's funny? I love doing this. I love the promos more than I think I love the match.
Oh, I love it.
Like winning that ladder match was like, because I always win in that same way. I'd always like wait till people are locked up. You go up and you just win, and people get so upset because he was so close. But I win it, and then
what with that match? I seen people like tugging the belt and people pulling them down, going, "What's happening here?" And you just went 1, 2, 3, unscrewed the belt,
and I said it. I said you gotta keep.
I did it 4 times, so I did the little mini game 4 times.
You gotta hit R2.
For your character, you get a little closer. So I just needed to do it 1 more time.
Yeah,
that's all it was for me. I went up there 4 times.
So I see.
I didn't do it forever, so yeah. But let me say this real quick. So Hoults, here's what's cool. When you first, because you know me longer than Lion, but when Hoults first met me, I was like the bad guy in the community, right? But now you see what I'm saying, Hoults. This is how when I do YouTube, I want to feel like I'm a wrestler. I want to feel like I'm a cow. I want to enjoy it and have fun. And I know along the way, some people can't stand me. They hated me. I was like the bad guy. But Lion, you see how it feels to be the heel. And I just always want people to get me that I'm an entertainer. I just want to come and entertain. Don't feed too much into my nonsense, but just this is how I know how to have fun. And so I'm loving that you guys are doing this pretty much with the wrestling league. Like we get to be.
I hope people don't get mad at me because I'm becoming pretty.
No, lean in, bro. You gotta. I love it. You got to lean in. Yeah. Like Hoults just told me. I'm clipping that.
What do you mean? I mean, I want to be like John Cena. Go Hoults, yeah. All the girls, Hoults, yeah. Then all the guys, Hoults sucks. Hoults, yeah. Hoults sucks. Hoults.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was thinking, how can I make my title feel more important and be so annoying, and then be degrading to others? So let me call it the BBC. That's when I wrote that promo. That's when I wrote that promo to Hoults. Like, I think
you can't show the BBC. It's being blocked on this channel.
I like you see the BBC's. I hold the BBC, but when you look at what's around your waist and you look down at your disappointment, you want to see your. You see that?
Oh man,
that's a promo right
there. The only problem is though, Lion, you're not even gonna have that title that long to keep saying BBC.
Do you know what I really mean? What's so great? I mean, the 3 of us, the three of us and Loco and Vet, so that's 5. I
Mhm.
really want another 10 more people to join.
Yeah, so you figure Mr. Urban World, if he come through, Blizz had a lot of fun. I'm sure he'll be back.
Blizz was great, and I just feel like, wouldn't it be great if like
was
people
really good.
started
Blizz was really
realizing
good.
they started becoming tag teams, they started becoming factions, they started becoming, and you're like, wow, what's happening?
Cowboy. By the way, I already thought about what happens if I lose the title. So
Uh-oh.
anyone who takes that from me, I'm gonna be like, see, you stole my BBC. Now walk around here in shame. Because you hold my BBC in your hands. I'm like, yo.
Shame
It'll
Rock.
be a running. It'll be a running.
Yo, you got his BBC? No one got his BBC. He said you're holding it in your hands. Shame.
Eventually going through redemption arc. It's just like wrestling, you know, just make it fun.
Yes, it's like wrestling, man.
As long as people
I
don't
love
take it
it.
seriously, because I'm a heel. I'm gonna be a dick. You know, it's part of my-
Got to do it. You got to do it, man. You know, and you know what they say. You can't break character. You can't break character. You know. And then when you have that face turn, like in the community, I was like the bad guy. And then when like the new people came, I kind of started to be kind of nicer. And then I think that's why people like Purple Haze and Lo-Fi and the new people, they got mad at me because I was like the new nice guy when they came around. But they missed the old bad cowboy where people used to be like, oh, Cowboy's the keep it real cowboy. He's always going to try to call somebody out. So then when I did the turn again, people, they got really mad at me. Like, yo, I thought you was a nice guy. You invited us to the Stadium Bass Community Network. And I was like, if you watch my content, you will know at some point I used to be the a-hole, but it was for fun, man. Anyway, I love it, bro.
What do you mean? What do you mean used to be? That's self-admitting.
Oh man!
Like, if we have like special guest referees or like managers or whatever, whoever's a special guest referee, somebody tell you, yo, this person loses. So they just don't tell the person. So it's like an actual upset on the
yeah, like you don't know.
Right, wouldn't it be a throwback to Stadia if we brought SPG back in for the being
with the referee, yeah, with the referee outfit, yeah. But you know this though, it does show that if I try that you could I could create a custom match ahead of time, and then it looks like I could load it so we could play it online. So I was telling Lion that I want to create a couple of elimination matches that we kept trying to do, but they don't have it. So I'm gonna try to do that. Work on some matches probably over the weekend to create and mess around with it and see.
Have stuff with like disqualifications on, countdowns on, running. If you can put run-ins, like just to make it so unpredictable. And let's say I'm about to lose, I can go outside the ring and like use the chair and then get disqualified.
Right, to keep your chair. Bro, trust me, we did. Listen, when we used to play, that's how it goes. So we'd be like, we'll slide out the ring. You'd be like, yo, put that chair down. So then you got to chase me as I'm running with a chair and sliding around. And then when you slide in, I hit you. And ding. Like, but we have rules, though. You could only do that once because then it would be unfair. You know what I mean? If you're going to get disqualified every match. Yeah, but then if you're the good character, you have too much pride. And then if you're defending it, it'll be in your pride. You'll be like, no, I'm going to defend it straight up. But the cool thing is we're going to play with so many people. Wow. Everybody's going to have their own personality, you know?
Cowboy said
if you get a good crowd, I'll design some arenas and like a logo. Because you can load all that stuff up and have your own thing.
Well, we'll wait till the new one come out. When the new one come out, we'll get it like...
I mean, there's a part, Cowboy kept on saying, Hoults, get off me, you're going to make me bleed. And there was one part where it was John Cena, and I just took all the pads off the sides of the and I just thought, you know, as long as this match I can make Cowboy just pull, I'll take away that victory. No, I'm trying to say, in the first week, that's what I've done. I took all the pads off the corner, and he was like, Hoults, why are you playing dirty? When that ref's not looking, I'm just going
to... oh, man, yeah.
Those are for sure.
Good time. Well, look,
we can get like good 10 people solid all the time, and we can do some really fun stuff.
Yeah. I think it's gonna grow though. People are gonna see what this. I think it's gonna grow a little bit, but I don't think everybody's gonna buy a next gen version. So it's probably gonna drop a little bit, but you know it is what it is. But I think Hoults said it great. Hoults was explaining how we're just kind of like practicing and getting into it, but then the better version is gonna come out, and then we're gonna. You know, have a more stable and better graphics and all that stuff. You know,
like I haven't played in a while, so like I got really good at reversals last night because I was reversing left and right, but I forgot how to reverse things and like how to do the special things to get out of the pins and stuff like that. So
Right.
What do you mean? Cowboy just mentioned before, like you press triangle, you can press circle, and you can press R2 and square. I was like, really? I'm like,
Yeah, man.
And you got abilities, and I was like, oh, okay.
You can steal the other moves. You can steal like, let's say I had one special that was stealing somebody else's move because I wanted to be somebody like that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, so next time, host, when you go to pick your character, just press down and right after you pick your character, and you'll see it says edit. What are they called, Lion? It says edit. Not comebacks or edit. Yeah, something. Edit abilities, and you'll scroll through a bunch of them. You know, you can have none if you want. You know, like I said, I like resiliency. You can have where you could, if the ref's not looking, you hit somebody in the balls. Like, you know. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna play some Forspoken, and some point in time, I'm gonna try to work on seeing if I can create some matches, see what they let me do. Because if I could create like a
Maker salty, it's like RIP.
this guy, bro, Maker, you could tell how much fun we having, man. It's already been amazing. I mean, we got so much stuff to say throughout the week. We're trash talking, and it builds up to the next time we play. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm about to get out of here. Hoults, I hope you have a good night. Lion, I hope you have a good night. And with that being said, Hoults, do me the favors, man.
Oh, got a favor again. I know I'm the double champ. You know I'm the double champ. And now your mama knows.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!